listening to Hurrdat Sports Live.
Spencer Torkelson, fly ball to left. Tork bomb to left. Jake, you don't have to run very fast. And swing he does. Deep right field. Tolbert at the wall. Tyler Tolbert is doing it all, and this time with the gloves. Here's a fly ball to right field. This one is hit pretty well. Nemo's back to the wall. It's gone. Joe Adele goes to the opposite field.
Yeah, that's if you're going to give one up, you might as well give it up like that. Look, our camera can't even kind of catch it. It's so high into the second segment.
Swing and a drive, belted deep right. Burleson hits a long homer. Man, oh man, is that a good sign? A 443-foot bomb.
Good morning. Welcome in Hurrdat Sports Live, presented by Next Gen Mail Medical. That's DB. I'm Ravi Lulla here at Hurrdat Sports HQ. What's up, DB?
I don't know. You just shattered my eardrum, but outside of that, we're good.
We got to play with your volume.
I felt like I hadn't seen that in a minute.
Well, we hadn't been here in a minute.
Yeah. Was it under the desk yesterday?
No, it was right here.
No.
You know what I have today? I have the TCU version of Monster.
Oh, here,
Monster Energy.
It's going to be a thing.
We've got the TCU version. They've already come out the colors for all the different teams. This is the TCU K-State collab. So I'm really excited about all the different cans we're going to get from Monster over the next 10 years or whatever.
How are you going to divvy up like the reds and stuff?
Oh, they'll just be, well, the one with
all inclusive.
The one with Texas Tech will taste like corruption. And then
I was it wasn't spirited. I was in a little bit of a conversation about Texas Tech yesterday with a Nebraska fan. And
what was that discussion like?
Yeah, because I had said what I said about Houston. They're going to beat. I'm not going to do his voice because he may not have been condescending.
Okay.
And it may actually be a woman. I don't know.
Carol, a guy?
Shane, you poop your pants?
You buy some crypto?
Oh,
now you know you made him mad.
You download any apps?
Okay.
He just saves those for when he's actually mad.
Dude, you buy some crypto? Wow. What was I saying?
They got new laws for that now, so you'll be fine.
Talking about Texas Tech.
Yeah, and it's and I get it. It's kind of what people do in the off season, and it's like they got elite backfield. Wish Nebraska had a couple of those guys. Kind of one of those, because they have the three-headed monster. And I was like, yeah. I said, on paper, stuff like that looks good.
Yeah,
right. But year two expectations, and then managing the emotions. I said they'll be managing the intangibles as much as intangibles. And I talked about Jacob Rodriguez and how they opened up like almost every Texas Tech game was something about he and his wife and the emotional leader and this, that, and the other. And he's, he came back with some facts, and he's like, they bring back 10 and then another linebacking core. I was like, I get it. So I'm just telling you, running it back in a second year
harder
is not the same.
Yeah.
It's just, it's just it is just not the same. Now their schedule is, is baby bleep soft. But
I mean, that's the Big 12 though. Now
I try to be an equal opportunist when it comes to dissecting the schedule. So if I'm not going to cry over Nebraska's being uber, like resigning to the fact that it's a difficult schedule, I'm not going to turn around and say, it's lock stock that Texas is easy, but it is kind of cakey. But it is a team that lost in Tempe last year. They got boat raced against Oregon, and that schedule does have 11 wins written all over. But again, at the end of the year, they got to go to Stillwater and they have to go to Waco. And I'm not dying on that hill. My point was more about two things. Number one, I think Houston is better than the nation thinks. Number two, you don't just run it back on paper. Like so many different things happen, whether it's focus or training or, leadership. They got to figure out the quarterback situation. Like, I mean, I get it. This is pretty slick how AJ can do this now. So is this kind of going to be a thing, Austin, where you can work that fast where I can just casually talk about something and then bam, there's radio. I mean, there's the schedule.
Yeah, I'm going to try to do my job as best I can.
Okay. Yeah. Rico, I meant like over the air terrestrial. I did not mean
his alter ego.
Wow.
Hey, Ravi.
6 minutes.
What's
in.
up?
Go bleep yourself.
My bad.
Oh, and it's third. Hey, you're running out of days to get it in.
He's got like 3 to catch up from the weeks we missed too.
Yeah, like my
You want me to use them up right now? Because I could.
Nope. Too early for that.
Let it loose, radio.
Kobayashi, I'm about to come see you, man. Watch me. About to make me some reservations at North 40 tomorrow.
Yeah.
Watch.
Just gonna drive on out.
I'm just going to North Platte.
Just for funsies.
Why not?
Get you a Tacoma.
I wouldn't shop for me. I'd shop for Caleb.
Yeah.
Micah. Yeah.
There you go.
They both are in the business.
In the market.
Is North, which one's better, Kobe? North 40 or
was it the Chop House? Yeah.
Somebody North 40 has a full star better rating.
Somebody slapped.
North 40 no, it was Derek.
Yeah, he slapped my hand about the
I told him he
North
had
Platte
me all
thing.
I said he had me all mixed up. I was like, look, man, I rock with North Platte. They got a couple of my favorite things.
I haven't been there since I was in high school, which I felt like I made clear yesterday, but that's fine.
He said we don't have any Tacomas on the lot.
Uh-oh.
Clears, is that a good thing? He said North 40 clears.
I have no idea. That's youth language. I'm not familiar
Hey,
with.
look at the lounge.
That's a good thing. That's saying North 40 is better.
Oh, okay. Clears, like
Gotcha.
clearly like head and shoulder. Okay, cool.
I was thinking like clears the high jump bar, like clears it.
I'm speaking Kobayashi Satake.
No, not a track and
Hey,
field thing.
Juan, I'm trying to figure out why you thought I would go to a symphony.
Maybe you're a big fan of the Verve, Bittersweet.
Good pull.
Is it the Verve or the Verve pipe?
That's
the
Verve.
pipe.
Yeah, they're the.
I think Bittersweet Symphony is the pipe.
Is that Cruel Intentions?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, no. I mean, the song is fine.
I like the song a lot.
I got to figure out where Juan lives.
It was the Verve. I was right the first time.
I might just Juan. If you live close enough, man, I like to walk.
Verve.
Shoot, I almost walked last night. I sat out in the rain on the deck.
Verve pipe.
I cleared the seat too, so my bunda wouldn't get wet.
Verve pipe is freshman.
Freshman.
We were only freshmen. I cannot believe.
No.
Absolutely. It's pretty white. You probably don't know it.
Yeah, absolutely. The frick not. Now,
That's fine.
I do know some not off color. I do know some Anglo stuff. Did you look at the lounge menu versus the?
I'm looking
menu?
at the site right now. We're getting to the menu.
Yeah, I'm talking like chicken fried
We got
lobster
dinner menu, lounge menu. Here we
the
go.
lounge menu is significantly different, but it has calamari. So
I do like calamari.
If I rolled in, Kobe, I'm just telling you, man.
Prime filet steak.
I'm be like, look, I'm driving 4.5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
I need to be able to order off the lounge menu. I'm be like, bang, they're gonna pull a Rico and tell me to go flat kite.
Get on up out of here.
You think they would do that to me, Rico?
Cherrywood.
I think they'd consider it.
You know, did I ever see Gin and I did see Gin and Tone's Tacoma. I did. Oh, man,
Vince?
you repping the local guy. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's
Ooh, they do have scallops on the regular menu.
I know that's on the
dinner menu.
Yeah, I saw that. They have lamb chops too.
Oh, feel like I know what I'm gonna eat. No, the chicken fried lobster is on the
appetizer.
dinner menu. Yeah,
it's on the appetizer.
Yeah. Honestly, the only thing you want from the lounge menu is the calamari.
I don't know. There's something in the middle that I think I liked. Was it the prime burger?
Maybe you had the 8-ounce, but you're not really a big burger guy. You'd be all right without it.
So I'm kind of all the cheeseburger talk yesterday. I'm kind of hankering for one.
Yeah.
Like I would just love a good one. I'm always disappointed.
So that's the problem.
Scott, I know I do need to come over to 110.
That's the problem with burgers is the variance is too high for me.
Yeah.
Like good burger, really, really good. most burgers are somewhere between
super mid and sus,
mediocre and bad.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So like finding that quality of it's just not worth the roll of the dice.
Yeah, it's like that's how I feel about brisket.
Yeah, 100%.
That's 100% how I feel about
good brisket is elite.
It's elite.
But I've had good brisket
like is pot roast.
I can count on one hand the number of times I've had like really good brisket.
Yeah, it's pot roast.
And everything else is like it's how do you do it? You go
dry. It's dry.
Did I do it pretty good?
It's pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Person. It's my other impression.
I'm not interested in seeing him on television all the time. But
Mike Tomlin?
Yeah.
I don't know how that's gonna go.
I hope well because I think he's funny. I just went there, Scott. About he missed it yesterday.
Oh
I just
yeah,
talked about
we
place.
went there as an office too. It was pretty good.
It's probably about 12 days ago. I was in one of my moods.
I wouldn't say like that rises above mediocre, but I wouldn't say it was in the elite category.
Yeah,
like it was pretty good.
I've eaten it. I've been to Winchester's. That was probably 2 months ago. I drove there on a humbug because it's like an 8-minute. Well, they have gizzards. So remember I told you I picked at it the next day and I left the gizzards?
Yeah.
So that's the place I was talking about.
I got where is
Winchester? It's on 72nd and Q.
I don't know that I've
if they play volleyball there, you might miss it. Yeah, that's the place I was talking about. I was like, yeah, something's wrong with my appetite.
Oh, yeah.
And I literally just picked at it. And I ended up tossing the gizzards. And they're good.
And you love gizzards.
I just couldn't. I tried. I kept them for 2 days. I couldn't eat.
Maybe have been there when I lived in Ralston.
Yeah.
It looks okay.
I saw some crazy stats. How close are you following your baseball team?
Not super close, but like I check in.
Are you surprised that they're top 5 in the league in fewest runs given up?
Before the season, I would have said no. In season, I would have said yes.
Like, right? They apparently can't score because.
Oh, I knew that. I knew
they
couldn't.
They don't give up. They're top 5.
Yeah, they have. I knew they'd been pitching it better. Like Peyton Tolley, I think it's pronounced Tolley. It has been pitching really well. Like they've had some guys start to early was pitching well before he started having the elbow discomfort. So like they had some guys they brought up that were throwing it pretty well. So I knew that they were throwing better. It surprises me they're top 5 for the year though.
And I saw one of the most staggering pitching stats.
Which one?
Certainly of the year.
Yeah.
So the Yankees have only given up like 359 runs, I think, runs allowed.
Okay. I'll check you on it.
Yeah, 359 maybe.
Okay.
They have 51 unearned runs scored.
Yeah, it is 359.
That is by far and away the most in baseball.
They've given up 51?
51 unearned runs.
Of their 359?
Dude, I mean, what are we doing?
That's insane. That's insane. I mean, the Red Sox should be better than they are. They have a positive run differential. They can't score, but they have a positive run differential.
Well, they don't give up any runs.
Yeah, that helps. Do they have the fewest runs in baseball? Good
no,
Lord.
That's Dodgers. Oh, scored?
They have
Dodgers are allowed. I think it's Dodgers, Milwaukee, then
they have
maybe the Braves.
The second fewest runs scored in all of baseball. Do you know who number 1 is? This would be a tough one. Because it's not any of the teams I would have thought.
The fewest runs in baseball.
I'll give you a hint if you want one.
Sure.
Not a last place team.
Yeah, I'm going to go with somebody just got shut out for the 10th time the other day. You know what I want to say?
What?
I want to say the Padres.
It is the Padres.
Let's go.
That's pretty good.
See you later.
They're in second place. That's pretty good.
Let's go.
That's pretty good. I'm impressed.
Let's go. Dude, my memory is sick.
I mean, you nailed the number of runs the Yankees had given up all year just on the number. So
I think I have the first couple. 323, 324. Dodgers, Brewers.
Let's see. Brewers at
324, 325.
334, 335.
Okay.
For Dodgers, Brewers.
Who's third? The Braves?
The Braves are at 354, which is
So it's Dodgers, Brewers,
I think Red Sox.
Red Sox.
Yeah, 353.
I knew they were tough.
They're tied with Seattle at 353.
Seattle should have more wins too.
Yeah,
I still could.
Seattle's just only 7 runs ahead of the Red Sox in terms of runs scored.
Can I get back to 51 runs though?
No, that's stupid. That's too many. You don't want to do that.
This is not even the All-Star break.
Yeah, that's a lot.
By the way, when is the All-Star game?
14th. We're going to talk to a baseball guy on Tuesday.
It has to be one of the least publicized things, unless I've just been under a rock, which there's a very, very, very good chance. I didn't watch the news for 3 days.
So I was having a conversation with somebody about this. I do think the World Cup has sort of shoved a lot of other sporting events on the back burner.
I am elbows deep in the cup.
Right. So I think a lot of it's like, because somebody I don't remember who I was talking to, but they were talking about not realizing how deep we were into Wimbledon and stuff like that. And I think a lot of it is the World Cup has dominated coverage.
But the thing I'll say about Wimbledon is so many high seeds got beat early.
Yeah, and then you had Alcaraz not play at all. So that was a huge part of it.
The women's side is decimated.
Yeah. Although it might be you do have an American in the semis with Coco.
Yeah, I feel about
fave.
Coco. I don't dislike Coco. I just don't think black people should have brown names.
Out on Coco Crisp, huh?
Yeah, but
So you think black people should be named like John and Austin?
No, that
Steve.
if you had a son and you named him Blackie, or I would look at
That's
you
not
sideways.
the same.
Well, what's the difference let's say you had a son and you
My legal name is actually Kimbo.
if you had a son and you if you had a daughter and you named her Brownie, I would not be
Still not the same.
happy with it. Is the same.
It's not the same.
Why don't we just stick with Coco?
Okay.
Cacao.
If you had no, like.
Imagine how fun it would be to yell at your kids and go, fudge.
I mean, so you're saying you wouldn't name one of your kids? Were you more likely to name one of your
little giggle box over there?
You're more likely to name one of your kids Coco or Whitey?
I've met a Whitey because of Bolger.
What about Ford?
No.
Good
That's
picture.
pretty white.
Did they meet this morning? Did you guys have like a secret rendezvous and you're like, oh, we're gonna be wild early? We still have one more day till Friday.
Yeah, we do.
I mean, so I'm not out on Coco Golf. I just don't love the name.
Is that her government?
No. It's not. Coco is not her.
Corey Dion.
Corey. Hey, Corey. Corey's fine.
It's
what do they call the names? The neutral gender names? Is it just neutral gender or gender neutral?
Yeah, gender neutral names.
I almost said unisex.
I mean, same idea.
I think that's something different.
Well, it's like when a bathroom can be for either. UNICEF, like the relief organization. It's spelled with an I, if that helps, Corey. Cori.
Max, that restaurant is elite in general. Their shrimp fried deviled eggs are kind of death row meal worthy.
Do you know?
It's a long way to drive though from the old pen.
Yeah, it's all the way across. That's like opposite side of town for you. Do you know?
It's not too bad for me. It's just like it's basically 250th and center.
You say that about everything. You're like, oh, it's not that far. Oh, it's not that bad.
So the only struggles I have are
like Bennington.
Far, no fast way to get there.
Yeah.
Ponca's a jaunt.
Yeah.
Anything northwest.
At least you're pretty close to the interstate on Ponca. Like you can stay on 680 the whole time.
Yeah. Go north.
That's not terrible. I mean, it takes a while. It's not terrible. Yeah. It's not a bad drive. It's just a longer
I used to just drive through Ponca just to be driving. Yeah. Now that seems like
no, that's
I'd have to gas up.
You would. Do you know Coco Crisp government name?
Is Coco okay? This is dumb.
Yeah. Is he black?
Yeah,
I think so.
I isn't he other?
He might be like he might have some Rico in him, but I think he's at least part.
That's not a thing.
What do you mean?
You mean like Puerto Rican?
I mean, like maybe.
I love how he says other, and you're just like, I mean, he might be like a Rico. Thank you for giving me one more box to check.
That's why I said he's racist.
No, it's not racist. I'm just trying to identify what you're talking about here.
Yeah, give me Coco Chris' birthplace.
He was born in California.
But doesn't mean anything.
Well, you said birthplace.
Like origin, like
Hey, Ravi,
Yeah.
where are your parents from?
My dad's from India. And my mom is born in Illinois but raised in Iowa.
That is currently Damon's question for Coco Crisp.
I mean, that information's not just always like readily available. I'm just gonna Google is Coco Chris black?
dude. But you can't do that.
Why not? That's what we're asking here. Okay, hold on. Somebody said Coco Crisp nationality. That'll work.
That was pretty good. That was
1, 2,
very
3.
slick, very stealthy. I feel like guys are a little juiced up today. What?
Oh, let's go!
Puerto Rican?
African American, Puerto Rican, and then Italian. But that's not racist at all because I was right.
He said, I think he's a little Rico.
Shout out to Coco Crisp. I knew I liked him for another reason.
That's my dog.
I didn't know he was Puerto Rican. I always liked him though. He probably family somewhere down the line.
Hey,
Island's not that big.
when he changes tone and he says, that's everybody brace yourself.
I wasn't even thinking about that.
That's mine.
That's my dog.
No. Childish. Rico, I'm proud of you, man. Stayed the course. You took a couple shots, gave it back. It's nice.
I'm just saying, if you just type Coco Crisp, the fourth search is nationality. So we're not the only people that have this question.
Yeah. So I don't know if I'm riding with the Coco.
I do like AI though. They answered the question like I would.
Well, how's that?
It goes, Coco Crisp is American. That's the first line.
Oh.
He goes, his descent is. I don't know. I thought it was funny. All right.
I'm going ahead with not.
Guess just bleep me then. That's fine.
I don't even talk like that. That's funny.
Nah, Rico does though.
Hey, so do you know where Tyler Tolbert's from?
Tyler Tolbert of the Kansas City Royals.
Who, by the way, acted like he's human. Now my knobs won't work, or my tabs won't work.
What?
Why are you messing with your knobs, dude? You're at work.
I tried to refrain. There you go. Is that better? Is that what you want?
So what's going on with up here?
Up where?
What do you mean?
Oh, it's fine. What'd you do?
I just I just made the window big.
I hate when you act like it's super simple.
I don't know what you mean what I did.
That's fine.
Deadshot, I don't know what that, I don't think you can say that. I don't know if that's for Puerto Ricans or what, but I don't think you can say that.
I don't know. Is he Puerto Rican?
That's not a thing. We don't say that.
I don't think that's the thing Puerto Ricans say.
What is it?
Ravi, for our podcast listeners,
Nope. I will not.
I don't even think I can say that.
No. Do you know what priggish means?
I don't know.
Unless this is the Urban Dictionary, or not the Urban Dictionary.
What is it?
It just means, oh, this is totally you.
That's rude.
Self-righteously moralistic and superior.
Oh, that's all right. Yeah.
A priggish little pedant.
Deadshot says Puerto Rican and black, which I am. I've never heard that term before.
Oh, you can't say that.
So am I. I don't feel comfortable saying that word.
I mean, if anybody can say it, he can. If he's identifying correctly, I'm taking him at his word here.
So I was having a fantastic conversation the other day.
It feels weird. Go ahead. Yeah, sorry.
I won't put him up. I was having a fantastic conversation with Makai's dad.
Okay.
And he used a term that I probably would coin because I knew what he was talking about, but he doesn't use the word.
Okay.
And I was like,
I'm gonna need some more context here.
It's the word that I never say.
Okay. The N-word.
Yes.
Okay.
But we were referring to, this is just like culturally growing up. It was deep, man.
Okay.
It wasn't like, hey man, how's your day? I mean, like we're getting in there and I'm just listening.
Yeah.
And the term that he used, he was rolling, so I just let it go.
Oh, I think
and I wanted to put it on the back of a shirt with a saying. I'm like, that's a thing. Like what he's it's a real thing.
Did it end in an ISH?
Kind of, but it's not. It's
It's like a half and then the other half.
kind of.
Okay, because I've heard somebody use a term like that before.
Yeah. And I was like, and he just kept on flowing. And then he was like, yeah, I don't
Yes,
use the
funky
term but-
naysayers. He said naysayers.
man.
Let a naysayer know.
It's fine. Sometimes I just feel like I have to count to 10.
It's all right.
It's totally fine. Anyway, would you like any more weird baseball stuff? I don't have any more weird baseball
Yeah,
stats.
why are we talking about Tyler Tolbert? I mean, we came back to earth a little bit, but
Well, you're not going to have 12 hits and 12 straight plate appearances.
no, I don't think so.
I
mean, you are if you're Tyler Tolbert, but you're not probably going to do more than that.
He's just regular old African American black kid playing baseball.
He is from
He's from Alabama, I think.
Alabama.
Is he from Alabama?
We're checking.
I think it's Alabama.
This isn't a Google problem. This is a loading problem. Okay. He is from Birmingham, Alabama.
Yeah. Do you wonder what I do with all my free time?
I assume you just are looking at Wikipedias to know things.
Just miscellaneous stats.
Yeah, that's all I can imagine.
Yeah.
Just like reading encyclopedias, except for now it's Wikipedia.
Yeah, I miss my encyclopedias. That's actually where I learned to draw. My parents had the old school Britannica set.
You're not supposed to draw on those.
I didn't draw in them. I just looked for pictures and then I would try to draw them.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, that's how I learned to draw sharks.
I thought you were just like trying to color in the lines in a.
I'm like, who would
encyclopedia.
buy these? But then homework used to be really, really hard where you had to cite things all the time.
Yeah, they used to be actually very useful. We had I don't think we had.
Did you have a set?
Yeah, we didn't have Britannica. We had.
Ours were white, like white with a maroon bottom.
Oh, maybe they were Britannica. That sounds right.
Is that what yours looked like?
Yeah, I remember the maroon bottom for sure. Like
Yeah.
on the.
That's Britannica.
Yeah, so yeah, they were like they used to actually be super useful. Also, information didn't change every like 4 seconds, so it was easier to do that type of thing. Now we just have the internet.
Kobayashi Sadaki would like for you to look up Gunnar Henderson's high school.
All right, Gunnar Henderson. Where did we go to high school, Gunnar? John T. Morgan Academy. Okay.
Well, I think we have to know more about John T. Morgan Academy. Listen, Jack, so that's actually what I've been doing is watching Shark Week.
Big Shark Week guy, obviously.
Yeah.
John T. Morgan Academy. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm a little lost here.
I have to wait for Kobe to explain it.
Oh, it's named after Confederate General and KKK leader John Tyler Morgan. Gunner, tough look, my guy. That is the other part of Selma, Alabama.
Did anybody catch how he was enlightened, how he said it? Oh.
You know what's tough here, too? God damn it, Gunner.
You're out on Gunner?
It's a private school. That's a choice, man. It's not like he just
So was Burke.
That's a public school. Like, if you live in the neighborhood, you go to that school. Like, this wasn't just like, my parents just happen to live here.
You should probably Google Harry A. Burke.
No, I'm aware, but that's a public school. Private school is a choice. They actively paid money.
Okay.
They did.
I know what private means.
Well, so public schools, everybody can go. I don't know. Let me explain. Hold on. So public schools, it's like your neighborhood, and then everybody can go and it's free. Your taxes pay for it. Private schools are these institutions where you pay tuition like you're in college, but you're still in high school or
get your boy. He tried to say something kind about the Red Sox, and 35
your man's.
later we're in the toilet.
Man, it was.
Are you out on Gunner?
Founded in June 1965. That's a problematic time frame.
Why did Kobe do this?
I don't know. That's really.
He is infamous for just dropping matches and skittering on by.
I was really hoping that was going to be a public school that was just unfortunately never renamed. But no.
He said it's one of the largest segregated schools in the nation.
Oh, it's segregated. Good Lord, Gunnar Henderson. Oh, they've got a tab called Our History. This should be interesting.
No, he said it was one of the last segregated.
Oh,
schools.
last. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can't
So
read
it was one of the last ones to allow them.
He put it in cap. Hey, man, I got you, Cole.
The first version of this school just ran out the dude's house. So they're pretty connected. This is not, he founded the school. Okay. So they didn't just name it after him. He founded it. This is tough. This is a tough look for Gunnar Henderson.
Hey, don't listen. We're not getting political. No, I guess we could. I kind of like Corn Raider, though.
I mean, if you think segregation is political, you cannot watch this show.
No.
again.
He's just talking about private schools.
Oh, yeah. I don't
He
care.
said private schools are for the underprivileged and get money from the state to pay for them.
I'm guessing Gunnar paid tuition. Seems like a full boat type of guy. Not sure he was receiving a lot of assistance there.
Oh, boy. Well, here's Kid. It's just a name. Doesn't have anything. That doesn't mean the content of the curriculum.
I mean, if it was the last segregated school in the country, then I think the curriculum is commensurate with the name there, bud.
Oh, might be the good piece of cheese.
Also, like, I don't know, like if you're from the area, you probably know who John T. Morgan is. Like, is there no other private schools available? Let's Google private schools in Selma. Let's see if there's any other options for my guy, Gunnar Henderson. Private schools.
Thanks, Kobe.
Selma, Alabama. Let's see what we got here.
Appreciate it.
Oh, you got Selma's Christian Academy. That seems nice.
I thought you didn't like those guys either.
No, it's not for me, but Elwood Christian Academy, that seems nice too. Oh, more places. What do we have? Meadowview Christian School, that seems nice. Marian Academy, Cathedral Academy.
I have just one question.
Yeah.
Austin, how hard is it for you to not say anything?
I went to a public school.
He did go to public school.
Sydney St. Pat's was notably closed by the time I went there.
Okay.
I
love public schools.
Yeah, you used to have the shirt and everything.
Yep.
Although I think you got rid of it because you became a big private school guy when you started loving Creighton.
I love everybody. I talked to Mac yesterday.
Everybody love everybody. Yeah, I thought we were going to talk to Mac. What happened there?
I don't know, man. I lost my nerve, probably.
Get him on here. Let's go.
Well, it got to be like 2-3 weeks removed.
That's fine. It's July. Let's talk to him.
Well, I don't feel safe.
What do you mean?
Like I feel like I have to be incredibly sharp today. Like this doesn't feel like, I feel like if there's any slip ups, even Shane got me early.
That's true. You got that 1-2 from Shane early. That's
What
tough.
happened?
That's tough.
I kind of like this new monitor.
I can't see him.
That's why I like this new monitor, because I can't see him.
Oh, that's tough.
No, you're exactly right.
What up, Coach Sat? I just saw him the other day.
Yeah, how's he doing?
He's good.
Doing pretty good?
Yeah. Always looks like he's going golfing.
He does perpetually dress in golf clothes
Yeah.
all the time.
This looks like he's going golfing.
Got the golf polo on all the time.
It was right after one of the they had a decent visit, and
That's good. I like good visits.
yeah,
Good
I like talent.
Visits are good. Talent's good. Speaking of which, we haven't talked about Khalil Taylor yet.
Yeah, got a
Good
chance.
get.
Got a chance to see him live.
You like him?
I talked about his frame.
Yeah.
The lean, long, explosive son of a gun.
Yeah.
He is. He's extremely confident.
Yeah.
Yeah. He carries himself like a dude that once shut down. I wonder. So Notre Dame's probably benefited the most from Franklin leaving that part of the country.
Oh, that's interesting.
Even though Penn State right now, I think, has a top 25 class.
Yeah, Franklin recruited usually top, like, what do we said, like 15?
He usually gets the guys from there.
Yeah, he stays. Let's see what we got.
He usually gets the guys from there. And because I think Notre Dame has benefited the most, because I think they've got the number 1 and number 2 players in the state out of that class.
Penn State is currently 20.
Yeah,
So they're not doing poorly. Top handful of guys: Ohio, Pennsylvania, Ohio.
Yeah.
We got an Iowa in there. Got a South Dakota in there, which makes sense. There is only one,
Basically corn rate. How tall is that monitor from the floor?
like 3.5 feet.
Yeah, it's definitely blocking Shane's face.
Looks like we only have 3 commits from the state of Pennsylvania in Penn State's class.
Oh man,
out of 21.
I can't believe Kobe just dropped the grenade. I was frantically trying to change the conversation.
Didn't Penn State just have a 4-star running back flip?
They had somebody drop him. Yeah, I can't remember. I don't remember where he went, though.
Yes, A-Train. West Side is very much public.
100% public.
100% public. 100. Dang, Jack Drew. So, Jack, can I ask, like, how can I? Is it cool if I come hang out
in Tennessee?
Yeah,
sure. Why not?
I'm just curious.
It's not my house. So Notre Dame is number 3 in the country. They've got.
What I would do to improve the Soccer Federation funky giblets? I don't know how. This is so this is so slick. Austin, you're actually fairly okay at your job.
Oh, is this state of Pennsylvania?
These are the top 10 recruits from the state of Pennsylvania.
Look at you.
For the 27 class.
And I nailed Notre Dame.
One of them at Nebraska. And just one Penn State. Interesting.
Wow. I'm telling you what, AJ.
Look at you.
Like
doing good at your job.
I know, and I hate to like him. That's the hard part.
Oh,
I struggle. Austin. I'm like, please let me just have an open mind. Please just let me have an open mind.
So U.S. Soccer Federation, what happened there?
So there's a couple things since he asked me.
Yeah.
I definitely would make. It's got to be cheaper somehow. So it's got to be cheaper for youth sports.
Did you read the Dan Wetzel article?
No, I'm not a huge Wetzel guy.
I'm not either.
We used to chop it up with him, and it was always very intense. He's not a go along to get along guy, which I kind of enjoyed.
Yeah.
We have a couple of guys like that. Who's our NFL guy, Shane, that I used to be terrified of?
Oh,
now he laughs.
Vinny Ayers.
No. He laughs and yucks it up. He's a Hall of Fame voter.
Oh, the guy that's written all the books. Right?
Come on, Shane.
Oh, I'm looking.
He has a great voice.
I know who you're talking about. He wrote the John Elway book.
I mean, the first couple times we had him on, I was like, God, I think that guy hates
Jason
him.
Cole?
Yes. 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 Don't ask him any dumb questions. He said, come on, we see. I don't know what cease fish are, but that's funny he says that. That must be like the new popular thing.
Who said that?
Jack.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I went down this whole sway versus catfish impersonation.
Mm-hmm.
No pun with catfish. But people that try to pass sway
mm-hmm.
off as catfish. Anyway, so he makes up a good point. He says, "How's soccer?" Because academy training is expensive.
So this is what the article about.
And like you have to travel, and your parents have to miss work, and
so there is no real academy training in the U.S. Not the way there is overseas.
And it's just, I don't know. The model seems like kind of a money grab. So most of the talented kids, like a lot of them
that aren't rich,
can't play.
Yes. That's essentially what the article is about with Wetzel. And
we're kind of too into metrics too, because I watch a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Some of this is like most sports, water's wet, like just competitive toughness.
Yeah. And
that's a lot of it. Like they just hang in there longer than we do.
So part of that too, I think is, and it's the money's part of it, but when you're only taking the people that can pay for it, I don't want to say that those people aren't competitive because sometimes they really are. But what happens is,
is there not white knighting in soccer?
Apparently not enough of it. But
I mean, don't we just run and save the little poor kid who's super athletic?
The problem is it's one-offs.
You just pulled a sharp, but that's cool. Anyway, carry on.
No, you're talking about white knighting, right? So like it's one-offs in soccer, whereas in I don't know that you would call it white knighting in what they do over in the UK, but it's systematic, right? Like any kid that they find that's really good, regardless whether they can pay for it or not, trains for free through the different clubs, right? In the US, like there might be white knighting in soccer, but A, football and basketball are going to get priorities on athletic kids. They just are. And B,
that's probably the one of the bigger points.
Yeah, like they get priority. Like the white knighting, they get priority with the basketball and football kids.
Yeah.
The second part is it's one-offs. It's not systematic. There's no system in place to identify and then develop, right? Like there's
shouldn't soccer be cheap?
Yes.
I have money stats for you if you'd like them.
Yes, please.
We'll continue to get off here.
Elite Club National League, which is one of the national youth soccer development programs in the United States. As of 2024, the average cost for a single player under the age of 18 was $6,000 a year.
That's just for the academy, though. When you get into travel costs and travel ball, because I read this was in the Wetzel article, pretty average is $20,000 a year if you're playing travel soccer to go to all the tournaments and stuff like that. And so
I believe that's the 6,000 is just like the sign up fee, and then you would pay the rest from.
Yeah.
I'm deep in a forum right now trying to find all the costs individually because it looks like you have to pay for your individual's kit. You have to pay for all of your own gear, all that sort of stuff. And then you have to pay the sign up, the coaching fee, all that stuff.
Yeah. I wonder what the coaching stipends are. Jib said he read that the average kid in the Federation has a combined income of household income of over 150K. 2% have 50,000 and under if the info I read is accurate.
That wouldn't surprise me.
No, not at all.
Like that wouldn't surprise me. There's no system. And to be fair, I don't think there's a good organized system for it in other sports either, but we care more about them. So we're more likely to find the kids and white knight them, as you said, in basketball and football. Like there's no really good organized system to find the kids there either. We just like the sports more.
I don't know. The grassroots circuit in AAU does a really good job.
Right. But like, where do they find those kids for the grassroots? Like, you know what I mean? Because like, that's not free either, is it?
Well, I think the people that run those programs, it's interesting because, I mean, you just don't stumble into Felipe Lopez or LeBron James or, I mean, we've seen this over and over. Like LeBron got to move.
Yeah.
Right? He's in a middle school and they're like, hey, let's take you from here. Let's put you over here.
Right. I think that's my point is I don't think that's I think it's very like localized.
Yes, there is, Jibs. There's Huddle.
And it is very it's very dependent on the people in each community. Whereas like in European soccer, they have like they literally just have scouts that go out for each, like it's very organized in how they go out and find the talent and then develop the talent. The other problem is even if you do all that, right? Let's say you go and you find the talent and you find your next LeBron James and you do all that. The difference in the way our setups are for how we treat youth sports is different. Like youth sports in the US is about winning primarily, right? At AAU.
I'm probably inclined to agree as opposed to skill development.
As opposed to development. Like once you're an academy in the UK, they don't care if you win or lose because you're in their they want you to be good.
Yeah, and they're not playing near the amount of games anyway.
No, you're training, right? Like you're getting good. Now you play games and matches, obviously, but it's the same thing with volleyball. And volleyball probably does a better job of finding players, although there is definitely an income issue in volleyball as well. Like I think that's unequivocal in terms of how much that sport costs, right? Like volleyball's ungodly expensive to keep your kid in that thing.
For what it is, too.
Right. That's what I mean. Same thing with soccer. Like, why is it that expensive? It doesn't cost that much to rent a court. I know this. It does not cost that much to rent a court. So, especially when you're splitting it up against a whole team or two teams if you've got a match. So, the two problems for me are a lack of an organized system to find and develop talent. And then the goal, once you have that talent, in the U.S. is to win, whereas everywhere else in the world it's to develop. Because it is.
I'm probably going to agree with that.
It's because you're trying to continue to make money. And the only way you continue to make money by getting new kids is to win. Say, hey, look at all these championships we have. Come play for us instead of the team across the street. If it's not about the money, then it doesn't have to be about the winning. If it's about the sport, then it can be about the development. It's not about the money for Arsenal's youth program because they don't make money off the youth program. They make money off the 3 kids a decade that they end up playing for the senior team.
Yeah, which is interesting because this is on the heels. I don't know how familiar you are with like the Lincoln Speedway, like the sports complex.
Not very.
So it used to be like it was for hoops and volleyball.
Mm-hmm.
And they're converting, I think this is yesterday or the day before in the paper, they're converting 6 of their 8 courts to, you know what?
What's that? Pickleball?
Pickleball. Is there more money in pickleball and people playing? Has to be.
I would guess. I mean, you can
6 of the 8 courts. It's a good setup.
Yeah.
I mean, I liked it.
I mean, look at Iowa West. Iowa West does the same thing. They didn't sacrifice space, but they built on. That was the first that I knew of dedicated indoor pickleball space in the metro. Was at Iowa West Fieldhouse. And they make good money on it.
Yeah, it's fascinating.
Like if here, I don't mean to get all like whatever here, but if
can I know what you're not trying to get so I can accuse you of getting it?
Sure. You'll figure it out once I get there.
Okay.
For a lot of these things, if the money is the point, then the quality will likely suffer.
One more time.
For a lot of these things, if the money is the point, if it's the end game, then the quality is likely going to suffer.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
So that's what you get when
we've seen this the youth baseball model for
youth
years.
Baseball model.
For years.
Obviously the soccer model. Right?
For years.
I do think you see it to a lesser extent because if you find a really good basketball player, you'll find a way to get him on your AAU team. But I would argue that if NBA teams ran academies instead of leaving it up to AAU, you would end up with better talent. Like you would end up with a better end game product. That's why we started seeing an influx of European players in the NBA. It's because they took their soccer model, applied it to their basketball teams, and all of a sudden you have Ricky Rubio as like a 14-year-old phenom, and then you have Luka Doncic playing professional basketball at 15 years old or 16 or whatever. You know what I mean? Like they applied that model and it worked very quickly.
Yeah, it's not so there are all these initiatives, right, for like venues. Hey, we want this, we want that, we want this space for this. And I think a lot of times for some kids, it's getting the people it's getting the eyeballs. It's not necessarily the venue, right? If I'm east of 42nd, I don't always want to have to drive out to, let's say, UBT or
204th Street. It's a long way away.
But
that's where the eyeballs are.
Right. So I think a lot of it is the eyeballs.
Yeah.
It's how do I get people in my venue?
Yes.
Right? I mean, Bud's Gym was there forever. CW Boxing Club was there forever.
Yep.
Right? You need eyeballs. Bud was good for a long, long time.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So I understand. I understand. Scott, isn't that what the new complex is over by, what would that be, 118th and Harrison? You know, just south?
Yes, I believe so.
That place is always busy.
Yeah.
It's over by the dealership, just catty corner from the dealership.
Here's the problem with all the new complexes, though. Those things cost money. And then once you've spent that money, you have to make that money back, and then you have to make a profit. How do you do that? You continue to exploit our current system of youth sports. Like if the money has to come from somewhere, that makes their money somewhere else. Right? Like that's the key to making, like if you really want the answer to how to get better development, and MLS teams are not at this point financially, the NBA is a better example of what this could be. But if you want, like, the WNBA is actually kind of a really good example of this. The NBA thought that women's basketball was important. Professional women's basketball in the U.S. was important. So they were able to bring that along.
Same as soccer. Women's soccer has a world advantage because they got invested in first.
Yes.
Like
before it needed to make money.
Yeah.
Right? The WNBA didn't need to make money. The reason all the other leagues failed is because the NBA wasn't bankrolling them.
Yeah.
The WNBA within
I understand.
within the last handful of years has become profitable.
Yeah.
Right? And so when you care about the development of something or the progress of something, like the NBA clearly did about professional women's basketball, the money has to come from somebody that doesn't need this to make them money.
Castle Dragon, I don't know. If you would have, he said USA male athletic talent goes to American football first, basketball, wrestling, baseball, then soccer. The talent pool. I don't
buy this argument.
I used to think that. I swear. This was probably 15 years ago, maybe.
I don't buy this argument.
But when I look at the youth soccer numbers,
they would tell you that he's wrong.
That can't be accurate.
Also, here's the other thing.
That can't be accurate.
Here's the other thing. Just the sheer numbers of it make this not a factor. Because we see countries like Norway, whose population is basically that of South Carolina.
Oh, Cape Verde. I mean,
figuring this out every year, every 4 years. The UK's population, what is the UK, like 100 million?
No, but it's just funny because I think a lot of people
believe that.
This.
But here's the thing. The numbers, the US has such a big population compared to all of these countries that are great at soccer that the numbers don't matter. It scales enough that it can be the fifth choice and it shouldn't matter.
Yeah. I always hear what if Russell Westbrook was a goalie or, LeBron James played goalie? And I'm thinking,
cool, doesn't matter.
If Russell Westbrook or LeBron James saw enough people in where they lived playing soccer,
they'd probably play soccer.
They might play soccer.
Or if they saw an opportunity to change their situation through soccer.
That's the most important part.
Like that's why I'm not trying to be like stereotypical here. That's why a lot of black kids play basketball.
I understand.
Right?
It's to go to school.
To go to school, to get out of their current situation.
Yeah.
They see it as a way out. It's the same thing in Europe. They see soccer as a way out of the council estates in the UK and things like that. Yeah. Like, hey, how do I get out of this situation? The fastest way is to be good at X. In the UK, it's soccer. In a lot of urban areas, it's basketball or football. Basketball usually because it's cheaper, right? It's easy to basketball's easy to play. Football is hard to play without some help.
Correct.
Right? So basketball is easy. It's very accessible. That's why soccer is accessible to so much of the world, because despite what we've done here, it's easy and cheap to play. Soccer is. You can figure out a goal out of anything. Mm-hmm. You can find a ball anywhere. They will use anything for a ball.
So every when we were off and I was training up at Westside, I saw the same 4 little kids almost on the same schedule with an individual trainer. They couldn't have been older than 9.
Yeah. What were they playing?
Soccer. It was 2 girls and 3 little boys. So it was 5. They're kind of on this rotating schedule, but it's the same trainer, right? They were just rolling in. And in the middle of the field, there was just one guy. He's older, probably 20s, maybe high teens, anywhere 19 to 25. Just working on ball handling. Mm-hmm. He pulled a bleacher, or the things it's not a bleacher, it's a bench, whatever we sit on. He put it on, and I was like, where is he? Please don't put that on our field. We just redid it. Please don't put that on our field. Please don't put that on our field. Please don't put that on our field. But he walked it out. He turned it on its side. Mm-hmm. He moved one of the mini nets, MINI, and he passed balls back to himself, entry levels, working on first touch.
Yeah,
using the front of what we sit on.
Yeah,
and he played by himself. And I trained that kid for almost an hour. Mm-hmm. And
he was doing it the whole time.
He did it the whole time.
Yeah. Soccer is really easy to play.
The whole
to
time.
Work on by yourself. Really easy.
So I'm just thinking
it might be easier than basketball to work on by yourself, but those are by far the 2 easiest. And so, to the
I agree, Jibs.
To the commenter's point earlier.
Which one?
The soccer being 5th choice or whatever.
Castle Dragon?
Yeah.
Which I like the name.
Is when you are the 5th choice in terms of priority, which I would maybe argue wrestling But like, I'm not going to argue the other 3 or 4. Like, it's fourth. It's basketball, football, baseball in some order, and then I would say soccer, especially with youth. Soccer's very, very popular.
You're talking men.
Yes.
Boys.
Yes. Because men's national team, they're the one that just pooped the bed. When you're talking about being fourth choice and then having an income barrier, now you don't have enough people.
Yeah.
Right. That when you're filtering out through 4 sports, that's the second filter that screws you.
Yeah.
Right. Because
that's where basketball also struggles too.
Yes, but they're better at it than soccer because worst case scenario, you don't have to play AAU basketball until you get to high school.
Yeah.
Right. And by the time you're to high school, if you're good enough, you'll play for free. Right.
Yeah. 100%.
So like
100%, you'll play somewhere for free.
Yes. Right. So you can, like basketball, you can still kind of bootstrap it in a way that you will be found and you'll get to go to college for free and all that. Right. Like that is still a viable option in basketball. Soccer's not set up that way. Volleyball, I would argue, is not set up that way.
You know what's interesting about that? You guys were making jokes about the Lakers and how European they look.
Well, only one of them's European.
They look.
Okay.
Jeez, man. Wow.
My bad.
And the difference with hoops along to that point and other sports is Kessler and who's my guy from Duke last year?
Knipple?
Or his
Reeves or Knipple's teammate? Cooper Flagg?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of those guys, and I know A-Train. I was looking for the word, but I didn't want to hear him say it the way that he says it. Yes. Stupid.
European looking. That's a new of European ancestry.
They have spent so much time on their circuit playing against elite level talent.
Yes.
They've played against everybody. So when they get to the NBA, while it may be few, there is no shock value.
Sure.
It's not the same for soccer.
Sure.
Right? Because they don't.
They're fine in the MLS.
Yeah.
They're fine up to a certain point.
They're fine here.
But you get to the World Cup.
And they don't see elite level talent enough.
Yeah.
So, I was having this conversation Monday. It's as much, oh my gosh, we're playing. Yeah, nobody liked, I didn't want to say this out loud. Nobody liked the matchup against Senegal because they thought they were too athletic. Oh, they're fast, they're big, they're strong. And I was like, yeah, but guess what?
They're not Belgium.
They're not Belgium.
Yeah.
There
Just
is
from
no
a
mystique.
Boogeyman's.
We would think we were superior just because
we're the U.S.
We're the U.S. and it's not those guys.
Yeah. No, you feel like, and this is true.
But that was hard to convey out loud on social media, but it's exactly what I thought because I've watched this since Tanya was playing in the World Cup with the women's. Like,
there's certain teams that have a mystique.
There's just this boogeyman thing when
the U.S. is that team in women's.
And Canada couldn't get over the hump again. Canada had 2 prolific goal scorers.
Yeah.
One of the best goalkeepers in the world in Karina LeBlanc. And there was this thing.
You just couldn't get over it.
When they saw the U.S.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Absolutely.
They, Japan, these teams would be so tactically sound, and I would be like, "Hey, you guys ready?" And it's like, "Oh yeah," there's this confidence. It's the U.S., and it's like,
yeah,
that's how I think we are when we see.
So we do that with Nebraska football schedule this year too. I'm not gonna lie.
It's crazy. Like you don't turtle up like what happened against Belgium without it being mental.
Absolutely.
We talk about skill and tactical stuff.
The gap wasn't as big as it looked.
1-4-1.
No. Like, was Belgium the better team? Yes, probably. Should that have been like a 2-1, 3-2 game?
Yeah, that's a good point because I felt like the broadcast did kind of do a disservice to Belgium.
They're good.
Like, we wet the bed, but Belgium's
good. I think
they're 9th in the world.
Yeah, like Belgium should have beaten the U.S. It also should have been like a 55-45 toss-up type game, not a this thing's over early and clearly.
Yeah, he's getting crushed, Kobe.
Who? Pulisic?
Pulisic.
Oh, yeah. we've got to take a quick break here. We've got Mark Rodgers coming up.
That's right. We got to take a quick break.
He is
It's 8 o'clock.
Yeah, I know. We kind of just flew through that.
Rico's fault.
He is the radio host of the Sports
Anytime
Animal.
I get a chance to blame something on you, Suave, I'm just going to, because I think everybody likes you.
He's the host of the Sports Animal in Oklahoma. He was at Big 12 Media Days. We're going to talk about that coming up next. That's DB. I'm Ravi. Lulla. It's Hurrdat Sports Live. If losing weight is harder than you expected, it's not just about willpower. At Next Gen Male Medical Clinic, we build a supervised plan around your body, not someone else's. Schedule a visit at nextgenmmc.com. Let's get you moving forward.
After every win, even all the big ones, I guess, primarily last season, Coach Hoiberg asked the team, "Are you satisfied?" So my question is, are you satisfied with your college career and how it ended up?
With my college career, well, yeah, coming to Nebraska, the goal was to get that NCAA tournament win, and first year we didn't get it done. I know some of those guys are still a little hurt from not being able to get it done, but yeah, like last year we finally got that done, and that was the main goal. Get to that stage for the program. So yeah, overall very happy with my college career and the way we ended that this past season.
You're listening to Hurrdat Sports Live.
Welcome back, Hurrdat Sports Live, presented by Next Gen Male Medical. That's DB. I'm Ravi Lulla here at Hurrdat Sports HQ. We are joined now by Mark Rodgers. He's the host of the Sports Animal down there in Oklahoma. Mark, how are we doing this morning?
Doing great. How are you guys?
Mark, good morning, buddy. So, Robbie, would you like to show Mark your drink this morning?
Oh yeah, so I'm supporting the Big 12. I've got my this is my TCU and K-State flavored Monster Energy drink that we have going here.
Yeah.
Just to celebrate the new partnership that I thought was a typo.
Let me see. I want to go topical before we get to the specifics, because you have the insight with per teams. How was the deal? What was your feel? How the deal was universally received when Monster announced what they want to do, and then you hear the dollar figure? Like, what was the general consensus with the deal?
They're already playing from behind as many Monster Energy drinks as were consumed by the media down there. So they were handing them out, and they were being consumed. It was really, I mean, anytime you hear a sponsorship deal, you just assume that it's going to be something for an astronomical amount of money. But this one, once you kind of hear the numbers and you start doing the math, and you worry about how many impressions the Big 12 has if they have to go that low to get this kind of a deal. So, I mean, Brett Yormark is very concerned, I think, with image and being kind of the up-and-coming hip conference. And so maybe he liked Monster Energy that much that he would take a kind of bargain basement deal on it. So, I mean, and I'm not sure that I fully comprehend exactly the number of years that it is going forward, but to me, it is an incredibly low dollar deal for the league.
Let me ask you something with regards to Yormark. When from Big Ten country, and we talk a ton of national landscape conferences as well, but from our vantage point, I'm personal, so I don't want to speak for this. Personally speaking, I like Yormark. I think he's kind of a visionary. I think he's aggressive. I think he doesn't like to take a back seat. I think he's a good enough orator. When I listen to him, it's very believable in terms of the message he's trying to convey. How is he viewed inside the conference from a leadership standpoint?
I agree with everything that you said. I think that he has to be aggressive in the role that he's in. He has to try different things, and he's playing from behind against the Big Ten and the SEC. So he has to get those numbers boosted. I mean, I think for the most part, this is the most active he's had to be. And I would give him a huge, good grade, a passing grade on this Brendan Sorsby situation. I mean, the Attorney General from the state of Texas tries to get in and politically motivate, I think, a self-serving move. And they make a better move just to say, hey, we want to be able to govern our own conference without having to show up in a courtroom every time in somebody's district. And they won. And that's the message I thought that he should have delivered on Tuesday morning. Instead, he had this awkward, confrontation with a guy that was clearly a tech, patriot there. And so he shouldn't have been afraid to say, we did this. We went through some a courtroom battle and won the ability to govern our own league. So I think for the most part, people have liked him. But this is the first kind of test that he's really had to have where it's come to disciplining a team that I think everyone in the conference is kind of a little leery of what's going on at Tech.
How much of a coincidence or timing wise do you think it is that the NCAA opens an investigation on Cincinnati just a few days after that kind of confrontation you just talked about with Yormark and the Texas Tech reporter?
I mean, I think just last week the NCAA went from telegraph to telephone. So it's perfectly on brand that they may have figured out
for a minute.
They didn't. I was watching a national talk show, and they didn't know that Sorsby played in the Big 12 before he went to Tech. So the NCAA waylaid on this, and I think that we are clearly headed towards very quickly a world in which college football is going to be governed by the conferences. Big Ten and the SEC have a lot of things that they need to work out, but I think they're going to be autonomous from the rest of the NCAA circus at some point. And I think when things like this happen, it gets sooner and sooner every day.
Based on the ruling that we saw in favor of the Big 12 in the Sorsby case, if you're right and the conferences become autonomous over kind of their own leagues, do you think that actually strengthens the kind of the rules, whether it's eligibility or if they want to put a salary cap in place or anything like that, since it is sort of an opt-in from each individual team to say, hey, this is the conference I want to be a part of, and it feels less mandatory than being a part of the NCAA?
I do. And again, the NCAA is just really the member institutions. So all it would take is the institutions of the Big Ten or the institutions of the SEC to say, hey, it's time to disband the NCAA and we can create our own rules now on a smaller level. We can have, I think, collective bargaining a little bit more easy if we do it when it comes to 16 schools being represented rather than an entirety of Division I AA and all the different things that the NCAA has to deal with. So I think that is something that could be a pretty simple maneuver. I mean, you do have the NCAA basketball tournament. I would think that they would still want to invite everybody to be involved with that if there's some semblance of the NCAA going forward. But, I think the salary cap is tough because it's been proven the schools can't even you have to have some kind of rigid rules there or you'll still have the incentive to go buy a $40 million roster, right? I mean, the the settlement that was agreed to be paid, school said, okay, now we won't have to pay outside NIL unless it's a vetted deal and it's really name, image, and likeness. And everybody agreed, okay, that should be great for all of us. And then boosters started going out and paying $5-6 million for quarterbacks, and the race was on again. So I don't know how schools are going to save themselves from spending wild amounts of money on a roster.
From a Big 12 vantage point, I think it would behoove the conference probably to make sure that the CFC is strict in terms of their ability to implement their processes if they had their druthers.
Yeah, no, I think so. I mean, I think Tech is the school that wants to spend money. I mean, and Cody Campbell said as much yesterday after meeting with the commissioner. Well, hey, all you other schools should spend more money. Well, okay. Not everybody has got a booster that is willing to put in the kind of money that he is. So that's going to be a big divide. Two coaches that I talked to yesterday both mentioned we don't have $45 million for a roster. I mean, so that they're all thinking about what's going on at Tech and how do we compete.
All right, go ahead.
I was just going to say, you mentioned a couple times about kind of chasing the Big Ten and the SEC and playing catch up. I guess what's the self-awareness within the Big 12, if you feel comfortable kind of generalizing here, about where they're at, not just in terms of being currently behind the Big Ten and SEC, but their ability to catch up with the current state of the teams that are actually in the conference? Like I would argue that there's not really any marquee brands in the conference anymore.
Outside of basketball.
Yeah, like for football specifically.
Right.
In terms of like obviously Texas and Oklahoma are gone. You don't have what is the biggest brand in the Big 12 that's left? Right
now it's Tech. I mean, and the way that Tech thinks is, hey, we're off and running. We made the playoff for the first time last year. Their win total in Las Vegas is 11.5. I've got their schedule pulled up here.
It's cake until they go to Waco, and I think they're at Stillwater. They're at Okie State late in November.
The road games they have at Cincinnati, at Colorado, at Oklahoma State, at Baylor. I mean, if Oklahoma State can turn it around to the point that late in the year they figured out the defense, and I'm convinced their offense is going to be pretty good. Maybe, but Tech lost a game on the road last year at Arizona State to a team that was mid-level of the conference that was good, had a good quarterback, but I don't see Tech just running through the league.
I agree.
But if they continue just to win games, they're going to try to put themselves in the conversation of, if college football realignment does shift again, that they want to be playing with the big boys.
What are the perceptions versus reality of the money that's in the DFW area for their institutional schools in the Big 12? Is it there? I can get outside the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I could go to BYU. It seems like what would be the difference between Texas Tech and BYU? And BYU seems like a school that has
endless money,
an infinite amount of money they could spend. Are they not as outspoken? Is it not as attractive? I mean, Lubbock 4 years ago, I mean, people were still going back to 2019 lamenting about a game, right? Like, walk me through that.
Well, I think BYU is a marquee brand. I think they do have money to spend, and I think they have been competitive. They just didn't have an offense last year that could go up against Tech, and it was a struggle for them in the Big 12 championship game. They've got a quarterback returning this year, so I think that this is very cyclical, and I don't think Tech just figured it out. I mean, there've been schools that have been trying to tap into Dallas money for a long, long time to build facilities and to pay coaches and the way that college football used to be before now that you are paying players. So I think you got to find a guy that's interested in doing that. And but the thing with football and the roster that turns over is it's really easy to go one time and say, okay, we're going to build a facility and your name's going to be on the outside of the stadium and it's going to be a beautiful thing. And then like at Oklahoma State, for example, you go say this year doesn't go well. Well, we asked our donors to pay $15 million for this roster and it didn't work. So we need another $15 million for next year. I mean, what's going to be different? I think that's where, eventually on down the line, this becomes very, very problematic for a lot of schools in college sports.
Let me ask you about a team. I'm calling them a dark horse. I don't love the schedule, but I'm also, full disclosure, not a big schedule. The former player in me just says, the schedule is what it is. So I try not to get too wrapped up in that now. But I really like Houston. I think they're outstanding. I think they're well coached. I think they bring back a ton of experience. Now, they get Okie State at home. They've got to go to Utah. They've got to go to Manhattan. They have to go to Texas Tech. But it looks like a team on paper that can compete at a high level that's flying under the radar a little.
Yeah, Willie Fritz, 35 years, I think, in coaching, and spent a lot of that in the MIAA. But he really can coach. And recruiting-wise, he's got a quarterback that's considered to be the best player in his class. Oh. With Connor Wegman coming back, I don't think there's very many teams in the league that have that kind of quarterback depth. I was looking at Oklahoma State's quarterback depth chart, and if something happens to Mestemaker, I literally have no idea who they're going to put in the game. Like between those guys, just not a whole lot of hype. So I think University of Oklahoma is in that same situation with John Mateer. They would have to go with a quarterback that has no Division I experience. So the fact that they have a little bit of quarterback depth, the fact that they have Willie Fritz, I think those are really good signs for Houston.
So when you're looking at Oklahoma State, you brought them up a minute ago with Mestemaker. Where is your sense of how quickly this turnaround can happen? I compared them to I think I called them a mini, let's call it a diet version of maybe what I'm guessing they're trying to replicate a diet version of what Indiana did with bringing a lot of guys from North Texas. Obviously, you got Mestemaker in the quarterback, who I think was one of the most coveted quarterbacks in the portal, and just follows his head coach. What are the expectations there? Or I guess what's a realistic version of what that looks like in terms of a turnaround?
They have been so bad in the last 2 years that expectations, I think it's rough on any Oklahoma State fan to say, I expect to win 8 games, or I think that we're going to be in the hunt for a conference championship, because it's just been so tough. Last year was an unmitigated disaster. They make the move to fire Mike Gundy after the Tulsa game. And then you have to – the interim coach is not sure about being the interim coach. He doesn't want to call plays. I mean, it was just a complete mess. And so I think the way that it ended, they were kind of fighting hard and trying to play competitively in games. That doesn't matter. All those guys are gone. They've got a defensive lineman, Iman Oates, that's fighting for eligibility for a final year. And if he doesn't get, and he's a good player, if he doesn't get eligibility reinstated, then they're going to have the most new players in the history of Division I with 80. So I think that they're going to look a lot like North Texas. They're going to be able to score. I think Eric Morris is out of the Mike Leach tree. He's going to space the field in a way where they're going to move the ball. And then on defense, if they can get some stops, then they've got a chance to turn it around. I think that just based on Mestemaker, Caleb Hawkins, White Young, and the players that came from North Texas, that they're going to get to 5-6 wins. If they can play some defense, then they could be really interesting. But I love Morris. I think that Mike Gundy is just tired of coaching there. I mean, in a sense that he'd gone through the routine and he had a lot of feelings about the way things should be. And it was just time. And I think Morris is going to hit the ground running with a lot better attitude and a lot more enjoyable to be doing what he's doing.
Talking all things Big 12 with Sports Animal radio host Mark Rodgers, talking Big 12 media days. Let me ask you, there's a couple teams I want to hit. So I just took a visit a couple months ago. They're recruiting one of my kiddos, and it was spent a lot of time in Ames. So I got the full Ames experience. My oldest was Matt Campbell. We were on campus. My next one is now. So I've seen the Jimmy Rodgers, this kind of thing. He talked on that visit, Mark. He's got 84 new guys. I asked him specifics. We just go way back. And I said, hey, how much of a hand? Because he's very much hands-on. And I said, what was the insight? Was it a friend of a friend? Like, how integral were you with those new guys on campus? And he looked at me, didn't bat an eye, Mark. He said all of them. And I kind of take him at his word, just knowing his personality. When you look at Iowa State, is that a school that you think was defined by a coach, Campbell, or is it a school they've had brief spurts of success, right? Outside of that window, but can they be the Iowa State we're accustomed to at some point?
It's a good question. I know that that Kale had a chance to visit with Coach Rodgers yesterday a little bit. I mean, I'm a huge Matt Campbell fan. Yeah. I think that he's been great. I thought that and I've talked to Matt before about his recruiting process because he's recruited quite a few players from the state of Oklahoma. Mm-hmm. I mean, like, well, how did you get to Jones? You know, I mean, that's like a 3A school outside of Oklahoma City. And I think that they just work hard. I mean, I think it's one of the most important things in recruiting. So the South Dakota State to Ames route worked for TJ Otzelberger.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if it's that, being a part of that program, I think will give him a chance to succeed. But that's another school. How do we know? I mean, I think for the most part, you're looking at Iowa State here and going, well, they got all new players. And so they're going to be rebuilding a little bit this year. And that might be a game that, say, Oklahoma State could win. But Oklahoma State's in the same boat. They just have a little more big-name guys that they've brought in. So I think it clearly will be a challenge for Iowa State with all that roster turnover to see if they can stay competitive. But I do know this. I love their fan base. I mean, it's passionate for basketball.
Yeah.
I've been over there and tailgated outside of Jack Trice, and the fans are they're good, and they're going to support the team.
This is a heck of a dual sport quarterback conference. And one of the guys I'm kind of like, I don't know if this isn't a hot take, not like Houston or anything, but I think super familiar with Colin Klein. I like Avery Johnson's skill set. That reuniting has a chance, in my opinion, to be really, really good for the folks in Manhattan. If you agree, will it be enough for what you think they bring to the table?
Yeah, that he's got his work cut out for him this year. Avery Johnson, for whatever reason, has kind of developed a little bit of an accuracy problem, and maybe Colin Klein can get him back on the same page where he, as a freshman, everybody loved his potential, but now he's a senior, so there's no more potential. You just have to go get it done. They had their edge rushers taken by Indiana. They got Wendell Gregory off the Oklahoma State roster, who had 3 sacks in the opening game last year. People were all excited, and he had 1 more sack the rest of the year. So he was a 4-star, 5-star recruit when he went to South Carolina. Didn't really live up to that potential at Oklahoma State, so now he's at Kansas State. But I think that you describe Iowa State fan base, you got to say the same thing about Kansas State. Great place to go watch a game. It's a tough environment. I think you can find ways to win games there at home. And, it was a little bit tough to say goodbye to Chris Klieman, but it wasn't tough for the fans that wanted Colin Klein before he landed someplace else, and they missed out on that opportunity to get their guy to bring him home.
2 guys, I'll let you compare them right there in your backyard of the Big 12. Alonzo Barnett, who I think can be sensational at UCF. And then Dampier, who, he's missing his coach, he's missing his OC, but extremely talented. When you're talking dual threat, who do you like?
I like Dampier there, and I do think that they've got some quarterback depth because there's an Oklahoma kid on that roster that played well last year. He had 5 touchdowns rushing, and Jermaine Bird-Ficklin that played at Muskogee. And so I like Utah quarterback situation, and I like Utah's schedule. I think they're going to be favored in a bunch of games. Then they've got a good chance to win.
So from a big picture standpoint, under the current, and I know it's likely about to change, but under the current playoff structure, what's the win or the goal for Big 12 football in terms? Is it just get multiple bids into the playoff? Like, what is the overall goal for the conference?
Well, I think the overall goal for the conference should be to have a team that can win it. I mean, that tells you more than anything that we belong. If, it's easy for Texas and Sark to say, put our 3rd-team guys out there and we'll beat everybody on Tech's schedule. But if they go win it, then you really can't argue with that anymore. You're playing in the same sandbox. So getting 2 teams in the playoffs and both of them losing in the first round, I think that doesn't do anything for the league. It just kind of says, okay, well, that's the highest level that you can reach. So I think that as much as the league is kind of at odds with Tech, Tech could provide them a lot of validity by going on a big run and making a championship game this year, maybe the same way that Miami did last year. I mean, BYU was close last year to being in the playoff. I mean, they were kind of considered to be in the hunt, and they were in the top 10 most all of last season. But I don't think in reality they were one of the top 10 teams.
And so last one from me, Mark. he's polarizing, especially for my partner. But I think he's finally coming around. What happens in Colorado, in your opinion?
Man, I don't know. Dion was walking around a little bit there yesterday. I think the health battles have been really difficult for him to deal with. Now he's got a new athletic director there. I don't know. I don't know how many games they're going to win this season. They got a tough non-conference game, which doesn't help. They've got to go to Georgia Tech to open up the season. And then in the league, as balanced as it is, you would give them a chance. But let's see what Julian Lewis can do. I think it's just difficult on.
He may be in the open market next year. That's kind of my prediction. It's kind of my prediction.
On that.
I'll tell you what. I like Dion. I think that what he did at Colorado with the kids there was amazing. But I'm real skeptical if they can bounce back and have a real good season this year.
That is Mark Rodgers, host of the Sports Animal in Oklahoma. Mark, appreciate your time and good stuff there. We appreciate it.
All right. Anytime, guys. Enjoy visiting with y'all.
Thanks, Mark.
All right.
Mark Rodgers, host of the Sports Animal down there in Oklahoma. Good stuff on the Big 12 there. It's a fascinating conference.
Yeah. I don't know about top end.
No, it's
I'm glad I'm not getting a lot of people that are vibing with me
on Houston.
Texas Tech.
Oh, yeah. Texas Tech has had, without, an outright scandal in like the Baylor or Penn State sense of it, where it led to like a mass exodus of players and things like that. They've had about as tumultuous of an offseason as you can have. Every place they go, if it wasn't already before, is going to hate them. Yeah. Like full on.
Yeah, you just have to be built. It's fascinating.
And I think we're underestimating a lot of things. Number one, the guy they thought was going to play quarterback for him this year is not going to play quarterback for him. We just heard from Mark talking about all the different schools where there's a huge drop off between the guy you think's going to play and what happens if somebody else has to play. I think Nebraska is actually in a weirdly good position there
at the quarterback spot.
Yes, where most teams are not. You made fun of me when I asked for a myopic solution, and then it kind of fell in our lap, right? Like that. That's sort of how it worked out. Yeah, and it was. I understood it was unrealistic when I was asking for it, and we kind of got it anyway. But most schools don't have that. I would argue Texas Tech doesn't have that. Texas Tech lost their two best defenders from last year. I get they have a lot returning. They lost their two best defenders last year, and as you mentioned with Jacob Rodriguez, the emotional pulse of that team.
Was that not every
single
pregame story
and game day every week was like, yeah, and we're going to go. We love this guy so much that we're going to get him some touchdowns and see if he can get some Heisman votes.
And here's, married young, and she's in the military. Like, it was just, it was a lot.
All of it.
But the thing about it is, this is hard to explain.
Okay.
Over time, when you don't do right by the game, it eventually won't do right by you. I'm not talking necessarily karma, but I always say in football, it's like most things. And when you respect the game, it will respect you back. There's this thing that and sometimes it's probably because I've been punished in my own life for bad decisions, but it's like when you don't do the right thing.
No, I buy this. I believe this.
Right? It just kind of it finds a way to land in your lap. And they have just turned their nose up at the rest of the sports and very indignant. And I mean, even Campbell yesterday, right? Like, hey man, just spend more money. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's hard to manage that when you just have to be built a certain way. And 94, 95, a lot of people outside of the fan base were very much anti. Nationally, very much anti. Like, you have to be built a certain way to handle it because it's hard, because it's everywhere.
Well, it's hard,
and
now,
I can't imagine it being
everywhere.
more I was going to say I can't imagine. No, it would be way more magnified now
because it's so easy to
we
hear.
couldn't we couldn't.
You can't get away from it.
No, we
In
could just
94,
say,
95,
hey, don't read the paper. And it'd say, hey, CBS or whomever it was at the time. Orman could say it, we could isolate
Easier to get away from.
You can't get away from it. Just wouldn't be able to.
Especially when something like the Sorsby thing happens and it's literally everywhere for weeks.
You literally were going to try to get over on the game.
Yes. I mean, I think about this in basketball a lot, where even it's like stylistically, even if, they haven't done anything morally, repugnant or anything like that, where like, I really don't like how they went about this. But just I think people would argue this about Calipari when he was trying to do the one and dones. You're like, yeah, he wasn't really doing the game.
I look at the Badiako thing. I'm like, that.
Yeah, like you're not going to get rewarded for that.
Like over the law, like it's not, you're trying to game the system.
Like there's a reason I rooted so hard against James Harden for so long, because he wasn't playing the game the right way.
I get it.
You know what I mean? Like he was trying to game the system. Like you were saying, it's a different way, but play style, he was trying to game the system.
That's why you struggle with SGA.
It is why I struggle with SGA.
Yeah.
Right?
You think he's trying to game the system?
I think he's trying to game the system. Like just play basketball. That's why, and again, I know
you're consistent with that.
I know this is weird to you, but like that's why the 14 Spurs are one of my favorite teams of all time. Almost nobody's ever played more beautiful basketball than that. And with guys that weren't that good. Let's not kid ourselves here. You're talking late stage Duncan, late stage Ginobili, late stage Parker, guys that like Parker went to I believe Hornets the next year and couldn't play.
Yeah.
Right. You had early Kawhi before he turned into 19 Kawhi. Right. Before he turned into before he turned into board man gets buckets. Right. But like you had early stage Kawhi before he had turned into a full-fledged star. And you just had you had like Danny Green and Chago Splitter. Like you just had a bunch of dudes.
Don't forget Boris.
Yeah, you had Boris Diaw. You had fat Boris. You didn't even have skinny Phoenix Boris, who I loved Boris Diaw. Like you just had all these dudes, but they all played incredible basketball, right? They weren't trying to game the system. They weren't out there foul baiting and all this. They weren't jacking up a ton of threes. They shot threes. And they shot him well.
It
was so beautiful.
In 2014,
I felt like they were playing for the soul of basketball between the Heat and the Spurs in that series. That's what I felt like.
So, 2014, Tim Duncan got in the league in 97, 98.
Yep.
He went for 15 and 10 that year.
Yeah. People like he was not Tim Duncan by that point.
And he was
still good.
He went for 15 and 10.
But like 05, he was like one of the 3 best players in the league, right?
I know.
Nothing flashy.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing flashy about it.
You get to 2014, we're 17 years in, and people hear Tim Duncan and they think, oh, Tim Duncan. And it wasn't that version of Tim Duncan anymore.
Yeah. Do you know where that really bugs me?
Where?
Is the 01 Miami team.
Oh, yeah, because
all those guys weren't playing.
Yeah. And a lot of those guys weren't.
Like, they're on the roster, but all those guys aren't playing.
Yes. They do that with the running back room, right? And they're like, oh, well, look at these guys. It's like, that guy didn't play that year.
Listen, I'm weird.
Okay.
I'll bet you $1 to don't bet me, because I know I'm right.
Okay. I'm just looking at their roster real quick to prove your point.
How many yards did the second
after McGahee?
No. McGahee wasn't the starter.
Oh, he was 02. Sorry, he was 02. I was thinking of the Ohio State game.
How many yards did the second leading rusher have for that vaunted running? Now, the room was great.
Yes, the names are great, but like the guys at where they were at that moment in time.
How many yards?
We're having a loading issue with the internet here. We'll see if we can do it on my phone.
Just take a rough guess.
I would guess under 500.
Okay.
I'd guess 387.
So it's 314.
Oh, that's pretty good. I didn't have it up yet. See, it's there, but I haven't scrolled down yet.
They didn't have who led so maybe 1,300 yards? I think the top 3 backs had like 1,800 yards. The top 4 backs in one season at Nebraska had almost 2,600.
So Portis had, this is 01.
Like,
so Portis
what are we talking about with, or
Portis had 1,200 on the dot.
The tight end room or the defensive room. Like Sean Taylor wasn't playing yet.
Yeah. You missed Gore. Gore had 562.
Was it 5? So it's 562, 314.
And then 1,200 on the dot.
Yeah, so that's where I came up with I knew it was like 1,800 yards.
Yeah.
That's I mean, did I think the second year?
Yeah, Sean Taylor is literally not on the...
LP went for almost 800 yards in 5 games.
Yeah.
AG rushed for almost 1,100 yards. The second and the third and fourth backs were both over 450 yards. Like they actually played. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, it's
the getting credit thing by just looking at the roster drives me crazy.
Now I'll say, and not to really play devil's advocate here, I do think
same way with like OC USC, 07 USC.
Sure.
Heck of a roster. Those guys weren't playing yet.
Right. And like there is value, I think, to having good players on your roster that aren't contributing yet, because I think it does make you better.
No, I'm not saying it's not good. I'm just saying.
But it's not what we say it is.
Yeah.
Right. It's not like, oh, you were rolling out McGahee. Like McGahee in 01 wasn't McGahee in 02. Otherwise, McGahee would have been playing in 01.
100%.
Right. Like I get Portis is good. McGahee in 02, I would argue, had a better college season. Right. Like there's and
I'm certain, and I like Miami. I'm not hating on Miami.
No, and you like Miami running backs a lot.
They're all in my face.
And Frank Gore is not like Frank Gore was never at Miami what he was in the NFL.
Yeah, like that's a good stat, Nelson.
That'd be like Nebraska doesn't really do this a ton, but like it's sort of the thing with we actually do this the opposite, I think, is like with Correll Buckhalter, where like you saw what he did in Philadelphia. You're like, where was that guy in Nebraska? Because he was better in the league than he was at Nebraska. Now I think he was better at Nebraska than we give him credit for. But
I did see Buckhead. This might be disrespectful. He's going to be like,
did he ever go for 1,000 here?
No. So I was going to say 800.
I don't think he I'll look it up. Correll Buckhalter.
I just remember the hand wringing between he and Dan. And I was like, and I think I don't want to speak for him certainly, but I think Coach Solich he gravitated towards explosiveness. Like he was fast guys.
He never went for 800.
799 and 750. Yeah. He had 799 one year.
Oh,
but
it's weird.
But he went for 6-1 a carry. Like he was good. He was really good.
I just think Dan was like the home run threat,
which is funny because Dan was huge.
Oh yeah,
he was enormous.
Amazing.
I think Correll was the better overall back.
Me too. But I don't know if it was putting it on the carpet. It was something.
Everybody put it on the carpet that year, though. 98, 99. Everybody put it on the carpet.
I don't think anybody was as bad as. So was 99 the 49 fumbles?
98, I think was.
Or was 01 was on the carpet a ton too.
Yeah, I think 08 was, or I think 98 was the one that was the worst. I think that was the high watermark.
Kind of like
for the
my
fumbles.
51 unearned runs for the Yankees. You need to give that some sit on that for a second.
There's too many. Don't do that anymore. Well, I mean, you can do that if you want. I don't like the Yankees, but it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
How's my girl Coco and Munchie doing? Munchies.
I'll check the stat or check the score here.
Mukova.
There you go. Muhova.
I like the CH.
Mushova.
Who are you? Jay-Z? Hova? What?
Hova. Let's take a quick break. I'll check tennis scores for DB. We'll be right back with more Hurrdat Sports
Live.
Live.
Me I don't like Coco. Rico, if you have another child, name them Brownie.
You told me you don't like Coco. You can't put this on me. You're like, I don't like when black people are named Brown and stuff.
I'm not going to name my kid Brownie.
We name him Coco?
I'm also not having another kid.
El Chocolate.
Allegedly. We'll be right back with Brian Edwards, more Hurrdat Sports Live.
Feeling tired? Foggy? Just off? At NextGen Male Medical Clinic, we offer hormone evaluations, peptides, supervised weight management for men and women. Most insurance accepted. Schedule a visit at nextgenmmc.com.
joined a program that was already pretty historic. They had a rich history. You guys really raised the level again. What is it about the next group of girls in this team too that gives you pride and also just faith that you know that they're going to keep the standard high?
I mean, after that last game, we had a lot of the younger girls step up, and I mean, I was bawling, and having them talk about how they wanted to have how we had so many seniors that led in so many different ways. Yes, there were captains, but we had 12 seniors that all led in by example. And with those younger girls, they literally stood up and said that this senior group is what we need to step up to. And you could tell that they wanted to step up and they want to be these leaders that they need next year. And it was really cool to see that. And I cannot wait to see what they do next year.
If losing weight is harder than you expected, it's not just about willpower. At Next Gen Male Medical Clinic, we build a supervised plan around your body, not someone else's. Schedule a visit at nextgenmmc.com. Let's get you moving forward.
After every win, even all the big ones, I guess, primarily last season, Coach Hoiberg asked the team, "Are you satisfied?" So my question is, are you satisfied with your college career and how it ended up?
With my college career, well, yeah, coming to Nebraska, the goal was to get that NCAA tournament win, and first year we didn't get it done. I know some of those guys are still a little hurt from not being able to get it done, but yeah, like last year we finally got that done, and that was the main goal. Get to that stage for the program. So yeah, overall very happy with my college career and the way we ended that this past season.
You're listening to Hurrdat Sports Live.
Welcome back, Hurrdat Sports Live. That's BBM Ravi Lulla here at Hurrdat Sports HQ. We are joined now by Brian Edwards, our Vegas insider from Major Wager. What's up, B? How we doing?
What's up, fellas? Just putting some odds in a parlay calculator. How y'all doing?
We love a parlay calculator.
It's like you in the trade machine.
I do love a trade machine.
B, where are you watching Conor McGregor, and do you believe?
I do not believe, but I've listened to all his interviews. I am very impressed that he does seem to be in good shape.
He looks full.
Yeah. I'm interested to see how this weight cut, he looks like he's on point, but I could see him being a little short and giving himself they're not going to stop. They're not going to halt the fight if he's 2 or 3 pounds over now, are they? Hell no.
No.
So I won't be surprised if he comes in a little short on purpose, maybe a little bit. But do y'all want me to fire away with my picks there, or we want to talk football first?
No, let's stay right there.
Okay. So obviously I'm not in the business of laying minus 225 prices. So right now I'm only doing Holloway, the prop to win by KO, TKO, which is minus 122. And my strategy right now is to do that for 2 units. So that'd be risking 2.44 units to win 2. Now, here's where Conor does have me a believer. I think you kind of hedge just a little bit. Like I'm going to risk a half unit on Conor to win in round 1 because that's plus 550, because I think he's got that 5-minute window. I mean, he could win early stages of round 2, but I think he's going to be throwing heat in round 1 and could catch him. And look, I'm only taking a half unit off of what I think will be a win by KO or TKO with Max. And it actually plus 550 on Conor to win in round 1 actually covers my loss of 2.44, right? Am I doing my math right?
You're doing your math.
Yeah, I would actually even still profit a little bit if Conor won in round 1. But I would still win 1.5 units on Max. And now, see, I'm also going to put Max in a parlay with Sandhagen. That was the parlay calculator I was doing because I like Sandhagen, and I'm okay to bet him straight at minus 140 against Bautista. Sandhagen's faced much tougher competition. The only guy that's not a UFC champion or former UFC champion that's beaten Sandhagen is Umar Nurmagomedov, and his only loss is to Merab ever. So, and Sandhagen already beat Bautista. So, Sandhagen Max parlay is plus 147 payout. And also, if you want to bet Max straight, I think you wait. I think more the country of Ireland gets to Vegas, the more late money's going to come in on Conor. I think Holloway will be down, maybe even less than minus 200 come fight day and fight night. And then I'm going to also do, and look, I'm always super confident with Terrence McKinney. King Green does give me pause because he got better fight IQ and better cardio. But, man, T-Mac is such a machine in that round 1.
He is explosive.
I just don't know if King Green can withstand that. And I'm getting plus 185 to take McKinney to a win by KO. Now, if he gets a submission, I'm screwed. But I think he's going to get the KO, and I'm going plus 185 on Terrence McKinney. And that's all that I'm really confident in right now. I'm kind of going back and forth on Whitaker and Krylov. And
I was going to ask you about that kind of off.
Yeah.
Did you look at the Gable Stevenson odds?
Yeah, and I didn't find anything like to win in round 1 is still enormous price.
B. Minus, Ravi, $2,945.
That's the biggest chalk line in UFC history. I read. Yeah,
minus 29.45.
That's more than Anderson Spider Silva against a late step in by The guy that fought Forrest Griffin that passed away. Stephen Bonner.
Almost minus 3,000 in a UFC match.
Yeah. Crazy.
Shoot, you gotta take a flyer for $10 on plus 1145 just for GP.
Right?
I've never seen it. I thought it was a typo. I waited for it to clear for like a week.
Yep. Never Rousey, never Spider Silva, never Amanda Nunes. Nobody's ever been favored this much. Crazy.
That's wild.
What? So are you a Patty the Batty guy? You want to see him eat more cheeseburgers at the podium, or like?
That was the other fight that I'm going back and forth on, because I love Benoit St. Denis stand up against Patty, but Patty doesn't get knocked out. And so when Benoit St. Denis' best shots on standing up don't take him out, is Patty going to eventually get him in the clinch, where I think Patty is stronger? And I just think Patty's not going to go away, and maybe Patty eventually gets the grappling going and gets. And so I keep going back and forth on it.
Okay, all right, that's fair enough.
Who do you like in that one, Damon?
I like Patty. I'm not a fan. I just think he's very, very tough. And St. Denis, I could see him wilting a little.
That's what I'm saying. I could see it going like the Moicano fight, maybe, where Moicano just took over with his grappling on St. Denis. I could see Patty maybe doing that.
You want to jump into our football teams here?
Now these are interesting. Did you pick these for me?
I picked Oklahoma State. He picked BYU.
Okay. Okie State has been on the lips of many forever. So here we go.
Yeah, we've been talking about Oklahoma State here. Their number is 5.5. I'll go through their schedule real quick. Tulsa, Oregon, Murray State, West Virginia, UCF, Houston, Colorado, Iowa State, Kansas State, Texas Tech, Arizona State, and Kansas.
Can I say something real quick?
Absolutely.
So yesterday I was doing this backwards hot take thing, right? Like I would give the schedule, and then I would give what I thought the hot take was. So he didn't know the team I was talking about. So I went through Oklahoma State, and he came up with a record, and I said, hot take or not, Okie State wins 8+ games.
You want me to answer that?
Yeah. Hot take.
That's a hot take. Yeah, that's a hot take.
Okay.
But I'm not saying it's not doable.
That's where I landed. That's where I landed, because
Yeah.
I do think there's a path to 8 wins here.
Yep.
I also think that compared to the general consensus, that would be a hot take.
All right.
Their number's 5.5.
All right.
So
take me through it, B.
Okay. So let me give you a quick, before I go to the schedule, and I've got it ready. I've got them 6-4 with 2 swing games, but I want to give you a comp from a team last year, not necessarily from a wins and losses standpoint, but from this team's going to score so many points, but I don't know if they're going to stop anybody. But they're going to get a few more stops and not fumble as much as this team's offense last year, and they're going to win more games because it's Big 12 SEC. Arkansas last year.
Yeah,
That's my comp.
The king of the one-score games, right?
Yeah. Arkansas is from 2025 is my comp to Oklahoma State. Arkansas scored whenever they wanted, except when they fumbled, but they never stopped anybody ever, and they had tons of losses. But they were playing in the SEC and lost a ton of close games they should have won.
Yeah.
So anyway, Oak State, I've got them 6-4 with 2 swing games. I've got them losing to Oregon at home. I've got them losing at Houston. I got them losing at K-State and to Texas Tech at home. I've got their swing games being at Arizona State and at West Virginia. I think the UCF game at home is a great spot for them, because UCF is at Houston the week before and then has to come to Oklahoma State. That's 2 Florida trips, pretty far west, whereas Oklahoma State's got 2 weeks to prepare for UCF. So maybe that's a spot to play Oklahoma State. But the 2 swing, look, I think they're going to be great offensively. They got 4 4-star transfers, and it's the running back from North Texas, the wide receiver from North Texas, and then 2 wide receivers, Bowick, the transfer from Illinois, and then Chris Barnes, the transfer from Wake Forest. And look, I love Mestamaker. but I just don't know if they're going to stop anybody at all defensively. And I don't know how I've gotten. Oh, I'm sorry. What's their win total?
5.5. That's low.
Okay.
Not 5.5.
It's
Right
5.5.
here, I'll get it.
No way.
I've got it right here, right in front of me. Oklahoma State regular season wins 5.5. It's juiced to the over a little. Quite a bit. 170 minus 176 to the over.
So
Okay, let me get. Is that FanDuel?
4 with 2 swings, B?
6 and 4 with 2 swings. Let me go to DraftKings and get the adjusted because they'll give like
That
2.
seems amazingly low.
I've got it. I mean, I'm on FanDuel.
No, I'm looking dead at you.
I'll double check. I refreshed to make sure it wasn't an old page. You never know.
I got you nervous.
I keep these up. No, it's 5.5. I keep a lot of these tabs up, so sometimes I have to make sure I refresh them. But yeah, I've got it 5.5 minus 176 to the over.
So DraftKings they also have 5.5 with minus 166 to the over, but they also have 6.5 and it's plus 134 to the over. But man, are they going to win at ASU or at West Virginia? Yeah, they can win one of those.
They can win.
So, I mean, at the 5.5, and if you don't like minus money, I get that. But the 5.5 is pretty safe, I think, within your 1.5 rule, right?
Yeah, because you have them 6 and 4 with 2 swings.
Like that feels like one. But if you, I'll be honest, I feel like there's a little value in the 6.5 with the plus money.
Yeah, I mean, plus 134.
Did you do that?
I wouldn't want to risk a lot. I wouldn't want to risk a lot. No, FanDuel does not have that option. Maybe they'll get it later in the summer, but DraftKings has got 3 different prices.
What's the third one?
The 4.5, but you got a minus 350 the over. You would only want that if you like the under 4.5, which is plus 270.
Yeah, that's if you just think they're
Who's
terrible.
paying 350?
Nobody.
Same person who's betting on Gable Steveson?
Probably.
Right.
All right, B. Let's go over to BYU. That was your second. That was your request. I requested Oklahoma State.
This is very. I am. Listen, all ears here, B.
BYU. Their number is 8.5.
Are you bear? Is this a bear market?
No, I'm bullish.
Okay.
I'm bullish. First off, I love
you're bullish on bear.
I'm bullish on BYU's defense and bear, a little bit bear. But I love the defense. So they only gave up 19.1 points per game last year. They've got 7 starters coming back on that side of the ball. And let's see, they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of their top 12 tacklers coming back. Phil Steele's national unit rankings have them number 26 D-line, number 7 linebacker, number 12 in the secondary. And he's got them number 19 O-line, number 23 running back, number 19 quarterback. The wide receiver positions is the position of concern, but I love LJ Martin at running back. I think Baron Bachmeier was outstanding as a freshman, and I think he'll hopefully get a little bit of a jump rather than a sophomore slump. And then the schedule works. I mean, there's no Texas Tech. I've got them 8-0 with 4 swing games. I've got the swing games being at TCU, Notre Dame at home, which they'll probably lose, but DraftKings has got that plus 10.5 games of the year where I would lean BYU catching double digits as Notre Dame goes west and into altitude. I've got a swing game at UCF going to the Florida Heat in mid-October, and UCF's got 2 weeks to prepare for that one, and BYU's off Notre Dame. That's a tough spot.
Yeah.
And then I've got at Utah being a swing game, but I think they get at least one of those swing games, and the total's 8.5. FanDuel had it minus 122 to the over like a week ago. I'm not sure what it is right now, but I like BYU over 8.5.
I've got minus 132.
You know what's interesting is it's going to be JoJo Phillips and Casper are going to be 2 of the receivers because I know you're kind of worried about maybe. Well, I think everybody at BYU is worried about the wide receiving core. The X factor, and you'll remember this because you won't forget his name, is a guy by the name of Reggie Frischknecht. It's Frish like connect KNECHT.
Like Dalton.
Yes. Like keep an eye on that guy, because yeah. So Casper and I think JoJo Phillips will start.
He started his career at Alabama, didn't he?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Real quick question for you, B. Is Scott Frost still the coach at UCF?
He is.
Okay.
You mean next year? You mean next year?
No, I mean this upcoming year.
Here you go.
Why? What's going on?
Oh, let him get his Let him.
So it's 9-0 with 3 swing games.
Wow.
I'm right. Okay, BYU.
You think Kalani Sitake is going to get out coached by Scott Frost? Because I wouldn't feel great about that. I don't care if they're playing that on the surface of the sun. I don't care how hot it is in Florida in October.
Nope. It's
fair enough. Right.
It's the other receiver that's from Bama. Frischnecht is Weber State.
Yeah.
And I also read about this true freshman who's not even very high on their recruiting stuff, but apparently had this incredible spring for them. Apparently Sitake told Phil Steele about it because he's got him listed as a starter. Legend Glasker, wide receiver. Apparently he just had a monster spring, and they love this guy. But it's crazy. He's not even listed in the upper half of the incoming freshmen, not only on Phil Steele's listing of his how he has the freshman rated, but also on his 24/7 Sports. So this guy apparently turned heads in the spring. Legend Glasker, pretty good name too.
You know what helps wide receivers be a lot better?
Bear Bachmeier.
Having a great offensive line and a great running back.
Yes,
which they have.
Yeah, so like that
they have
a lot of single coverage. I think you might be okay.
Yep.
Not having to beat a lot of double teams, right?
I just hope Bear can play catch. If he can, that was the thing last year. Or you just got to be a play catch.
Yeah. Y'all agree? I think y'all agree with me on this over 8.5 with BYU.
I do.
Nah.
I love Kalani Sitake though, so that.
Oh yeah.
Those are weirdly. I have no affinity for the state of Utah whatsoever, or dislike. I have no feelings about the state of Utah. But I'm a huge Kyle Whittingham fan before he moved to Michigan, and a huge Kalani Sitake fan. I
think it might be style.
Yeah, it's the lines, right? They're always have great offensive and defensive lines, and they just do an incredible job of building that way, which in that part of the country is unusual, right? Like that's not how, whether it's Big 12 teams or Pac-12 before with Utah, like that's not generally how those teams are built. And it was just always funny to me because Utah would just, they'd go around to all these other, Pac-12 schools and then Big 12 schools and just kick people's ass because they could beat them up on the offensive lines. And it didn't matter. Like, it was just like, hey, yeah, you've got better wide receivers. Cool. They're never going to touch the football. Have fun.
Yep. They're just physical.
Yeah.
They out physical everybody. Or not everybody, but the teams that are, if it's the same talent level, they're going to beat your ass because they're going to be more physical.
Absolutely.
Hey, real quick, be all in or all out on Florida?
From what standpoint? Like, I'm all in on John Summerall in the future and everything. And I think we're going to go over 7.5. I think we're going to win 8, possibly 9 if we're real nasty at the Swamp, which I think is possible.
Do you want to see Philo because he's a Faulkner guy, or do you want to see Tramel Jones?
Don't care. I like them both. I just give Philo the edge because it's his 3rd year in Faulkner's system. But I thought Tramel looked great in the spring, and I like them both.
Yeah, they got a fascinating situation come next year.
Yeah, and we're doing good in recruiting. We got another 4-star verbal the other day that got us back into the top 10 at number 9 for the 2027 cycle. So I'm liking everything. I love our wide receiver room. Obviously, I love our workhorse running back. A little worried about the defense, but if we stay healthy on that side of the ball, I think we'll be okay. Not to we're not going to win 10 games or anything, but I think we can win 8. And if we can beat Oklahoma and Ole Miss at home, I think we could possibly win 9. And I like us to beat Ole Miss because it's the week after they play LSU at home. And I think they're going to beat LSU in their, the game they're gunning for all year. And it'll be a huge letdown. And hopefully it'll be an afternoon game in the heat. Late September is like late August heat-wise everywhere else in the Swamp.
It's fascinating because Philo can come back, and Jones would be a guy on the outside looking in as a talented quarterback. Hard to keep 2 guys at that level if Philo plays well.
Yeah, Tramel, look, man, he had some good deep balls in the spring game that impressed me, and I think we might have the best wide receiver room in the country. I think we're 5 deep there.
Certainly top 4.
You want my hot take be in the SEC?
Yes.
Ole Miss is going to be super mid.
I have that thought when I'm driving down the road every 45 minutes that maybe
7-5.
The schedule's tougher.
People have tape on Chambliss, and I think we're wildly underestimating how important Lane Kiffin was.
I could see it.
To not only Chambliss, but to that offense and football team in general. Lane Kiffin's a good football coach. Like, you can't just
Kewan Lacey's pretty good.
That's fine.
Yeah, he is. But I had this thought.
He's just a safety blanket for the.
That's why this
for the
Kiffin thing worse than that. But like, also, how much easier was Quan Lacey's life because. Like, Kiffin's schemes are pretty good. Like,
hey,
they
how
make
about
life
how they
easier.
dinked around at that quarterback spot the first 3-4 weeks?
Wait, who? Florida?
Missed last year.
Yeah, you want to talk about another guy that I was right about? People are like Austin Simmons. I was like, he's literally never played football.
Yeah. And we're sitting here saying that same thing again, pretty much, other than 2 games last year.
Like, had never played football and be like, Austin Simmons, one of the best quarterbacks in the country. I was like, how do you know?
Hey, so Ravi, I had this thought yesterday, excuse me, because I was listening to a podcast and somebody was talking about he expected a fall from Ole Miss. And I don't know why this comp came to my head. But remember when Petrino got fired at Arkansas? Mm-hmm. You remember they were supposed to be really good that year. And then they got John L. Smith as the interim. Yep. Okay. And then Tyler Wilson, their stud quarterback, got a season-ending injury in like week 3. And I'm just thinking, Trinidad goes down with an injury. And this thing just falls totally off a cliff. Yeah. And I think Arkansas went 2-10. It's not going to go that bad, surely.
And they have a head coach that's not afraid to chirp, too. So I'll be curious to see how he handled the podium.
Right. Yeah. John L. didn't do a very good job at the podium.
Let's say they lose a couple early. Like, what does that start to look like if you're Golding and you're like, Like, let's say you lose LSU.
Remember, the guy that said
lose LSU and Florida.
He said he was pretty good.
That's what I say. Like, let's lose to LSU and at Florida back to back, right? All of a sudden, you're 2-2, and
you got at Texas. You still got Georgia and at Oklahoma. Yeah, you could get 6.
You got Auburn at home. You got Missouri at home. Like, those aren't guaranteed wins either. I don't know. Like, it
could get messy.
It could get away from them, like in a hurry. Whether Chambliss gets banged up or there is just that much of a fall off. Like, I want to see how easy Quan Lacey's life is when Chambliss is.
He made some incredible plays under duress. Like, are we really doing that again?
Is that replicable? I don't know.
Yeah, the Georgia game, he was. Unbelievable.
There's some stuff where you're just like, hey, is he having an out-of-body experience or is he really this guy?
Tip your cap.
And like 90, like, I don't know, just having watched football for my entire life, nobody's that guy. Not all the time. You know what I mean?
No, I hear you, Ravi.
Like, we did this with Yasiel Puig, where it's like he's hitting 600 for like 2 months. What's happening?
You don't got to tell me.
And so you're like, is he just that guy? It's like, nope, he's gonna
let balls bounce off his forehead, and he's gonna get picked off a base 25 times.
And he's gonna end up being like a 280 hitter. That's everything comes back to earth. I think Chambliss was living on a cloud for a second here. Well, guess what? It's time to rain. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
Have we? We haven't done Notre Dame yet, have we? B.
I don't think so. No.
Oh, hey, put them on the docket for next week because we're going to get into the CJ Carr talk.
Okay, sounds good, gentlemen.
So let's do Notre Dame and North Carolina State.
Okay.
The CJs.
Because North Carolina State is in a similar spot to Florida. 2 really good quarterbacks. One's incoming, highly touted, and of course CJ Bailey. The quarterback market, I'm already fast-forwarding to next year and see who's going to be available.
At least those 2 have already played
Mississippi
football.
State's in a similar situation with Rashada and the physical freak.
Rashada, come on.
Yeah, we still talking about Rashada? Come on.
Rashada's QB3, man. He's behind AJ
Robbie because he hates the guy.
I don't hate him. I just like he's one of those dudes that's like, hey, if you need him to throw at a camp, elite. If you need him to throw in
a comical figure forever, I mean, his career.
Yeah, you need him to throw in a football game. We're having a different conversation.
Yeah, come on.
It's like Bino Cook saying Ron Pallis is going to win 2 Heismans or 3 Heismans.
3. He said 3.
3, that's right.
Ron Pallis is going to win 3 Heismans.
All right, B, man. It's always fun.
Enjoy the fights, guys.
See you, buddy.
That's Brian Edwards, Major Wager. Let's take a quick break here. We will be right back. More Hurrdat Sports Live after this.
Are you feeling off, low energy, or asleep? At NextGen Male Medical, we not only evaluate your testosterone, but overall health. Schedule a visit at nextgenmmc.com. Together, we'll get you back on your game.
You've stepped foot in Arrowhead before, full of Husker fans, but the next time you do it, it'll be as a pro. What do you think that moment will be like for you?
Yeah, it'll be another full circle moment. Man, I ain't gonna lie, that was crazy. Like playing there and then like actually being on the team now is wild. And I think the receiver too from Cyrus Allen from Cincinnati is here too. Yeah. So it's gonna be crazy. It's the loudest stadium in the NFL, which is another great thing. Kind of how like Lincoln was in college. Like it's gonna be super super loud in there. And I think environments like that just brings the fire out of me. That makes me just like play even harder. Like I think playing in that type of environment is just gonna make me turn into a great player. I feel like I would be a better pro player than a college player, to be honest. So.
Feeling tired? Foggy? Just off? At NextGen Male Medical Clinic, we offer hormone evaluations, peptides, supervised weight management for men and women. Most insurance accepted. Schedule a visit at nextgenmmc.com.
Joined a program that was already pretty historic. They had a rich history. You guys really raised the level again. Mm-hmm. What is it about the next group of girls in this team too that gives you pride and also just faith that you know that they're going to keep the standard high?
I mean, after that last game, we had a lot of the younger girls step up, and I mean, I was bawling, and having them talk about how they wanted to have how we had so many seniors that led in so many different ways. Yes, there were captains, but we had 12 seniors that all led in by example. And with those younger girls, they literally stood up and said that this senior group is what we need to step up to. And you could tell that they wanted to step up and they want to be these leaders that they need next year. And it was really cool to see that. And I cannot wait to see what they do next year.
You're listening to Hurrdat Sports Live.
Welcome back, Hurrdat Sports Live, presented by Next Gen Male Medical. That's DB. I'm Ravi Lulla here at Hurrdat Sports HQ. If you want to be able to sing real high like DB,
is that the chicken?
No, that is don't. Oh gosh,
that's pretty good. It's pretty good. Now, Next Gen Male Medical can help you with a lot of things. Sounding like DB isn't one of them. I think that came before our Next Gen.
No, nobody wants that.
Expenditure or expeditions, but they can help you feel like the best version of yourself. Regardless.
I feel like a penguin.
Yeah, I don't think it can help you feel like a penguin. I'm not sure.
Get your waddle.
Although
game right.
I will say I've noticed since I've lost a little weight, I am colder more often now. I don't think I find myself to be.
Why?
I think there's less insulation, I'm a little colder more frequently.
Like a polar bear?
No.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
He used to use that excuse all the time. I'm little. I used to say, Shane, why are you so cold all the time? Yeah, you'd be all bundled up.
I think he's just got bad circulation.
No, it's because I'm shredded.
Like cheese, maybe.
Yeah, okay.
Give our friends over at Next Gen a call, 402-614-9700. They can help you feel your best and whatever it is that you're trying to improve on. They can help you out. They got everything, man.
I need to see them.
What do you need?
A life. One with some meaning. What if
I
I just went there? Can you imagine what she'd say to me? Say, what do you need? I'm kind of looking for a life, maybe with some meaning. She'd be like,
she's like, therapy's next door.
Why couldn't she just say leave?
I mean, if you're looking for a meaning in life, that feels like a therapy question.
No, I feel like that's just you being you.
Not a Dr. Laura question. Like that's
wow.
I'm just saying.
I think she should let me borrow her glasses. Those things are pretty sweet.
Go to the eye doctor, man.
I just want to see what hers look like.
You can't just start borrowing other people's glasses and be like,
she has a very small head, though. I feel like I'd stretch her.
Does
glasses.
this prescription work? Nope. All right, try somebody else's.
It works with tuning my binoculars.
What are we doing? What are we talking about?
I'm just telling you, my eye's a little tender.
You know that you can like change what the binoculars look like, though.
I do. I just tell him to get it close. I say, Ben, get these close for me.
That's not how glasses work. Famously, there's not a little rotator there to
there should be.
Yeah,
you should be able to get the glasses like you do for eye exams where they're like 1 or 2. Clink.
Yeah,
and I never know. I'm like, they look the same. Why are we doing this?
That might be a little like cumbersome to wear around.
When I look like the guy on Back to the Future,
you can wear like a helmet if you like. It's just a whole.
Okay.
What, like night goggles or what?
Yeah, it's kind of like night goggles. See,
Shane,
I had a chance to make fun of Rico there, and I didn't.
By the way, Shane, I told Shane,
I got you, Rico.
Shane, I told Shane this on the way in. Apparently, hot pineapple is a thing. We're missing the boat.
Listen, I think there's we looked it up. We saw lots of different varieties.
Oh, they're wrong.
Right on cue.
I think there's
drinks. It appeared to be. I should ask Juan. It appeared to be very
Hispanically rooted.
I mean, sure.
You know what it reminded me of when he said it, and it reminded me of.
I mean,
let's see how we pronounce this. It's called. Let go. All right, so we have a spiced pineapple drink, this is what I thought he was talking about, a drink at first.
I know. I had to tell you. It's De La Calle.
Well, I think it's Kaya.
I think it's of the street. Isn't CAL? Google it.
From the streets.
I think it's CALL. Let me see that again. The spelling.
Tepache. Tepache.
I don't know. I think that's
sitting here listening to you two try to pronounce Spanish words is hilarious.
Oh, sorry, my favorite Puerto Rican. What is CALLE?
Calle.
Yeah, it does mean from the street. That's what I said. I said calle.
De la calle.
Yeah, I didn't say it like that because then DB would be like, "Are you doing an accent? You're making."
Is that my voice?
Yeah, you're doing an accent. Whose voice is that? Every time I try and pronounce something properly, you're like, "Whose voice is that?" What accent?
Rico, do I get some bonus points for knowing that street?
It is. It does mean of the street or from.
I know
the street.
De La's easy.
Yeah, I mean, you could get bonus points, but I don't like you right now, so no.
Like Ellie Dela Cruz?
That's okay. That's twice in like a minute 20. Because even when I came in, I was like, "Hey, Rico," and he was like, "Why don't you just blankety blank?" And I was like, "I didn't even say anything."
Rico, why are you so hostile to DB today? Do you guys need to have counseling?
Maybe.
What'd I do?
Do you need peer mediation? What's going on?
defended
Yeah, I
the
think so.
radio thing yesterday.
Yeah, but you started it.
I didn't.
He didn't really. To be fair,
I just said it looked low. It looked like a low IQ
he
picture.
did. Which
It's a picture of me, and you said I look low IQ. You started it.
It's the glasses. We talked about this off air. The photographer did you dirty here because he told you to look over the top of the glasses. And I'll be honest,
That's nice gear you have on too. There, Rico.
it makes you look like
the gear's pissing me off more than anything else.
it
Really.
makes you look like you're struggling a little bit to understand
It's
what's
just-
happening.
Hey, lay off my man Rico.
Wherever I go, he goes. You're too young for
I don't
my
know
buddy.
what that is.
When Rico and Shane go out in public, do you think they stand on each other's shoulders so they're taken as like a very tall person?
Was that the Little Rascals when they needed the bank loan? They went in to go see Mel Brooks. He was the banker. Do you remember that?
No.
Or did you ever see that show?
No, I didn't do Little Rascals. That wasn't my jam.
Not culturally diverse enough.
Yeah, I like a little diversity in my.
Shane gets on my shoulders and we make some sort of mega human.
You mean calling somebody buckwheat wasn't enough?
I got a pickle. I got a pickle. I got a pickle. Hey, 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 hey.
There they are.
By
incredibly fast pull.
By mega person, do you just mean normal size?
Just a regular size person.
I thought that's pretty good.
I don't want to grow up.
I didn't do the Little Rascals thing. That's not for me.
No.
Nah.
I mean, I didn't really. I watched the movie. I didn't really watch the show.
Yeah, I didn't watch it.
Dear Darla, I hate your stinking guts.
That boy Tanky. It's like, what?
I don't really recognize what we're doing right now.
I don't either. I'm about to see. There goes Todd.
I don't even. What Todd say?
Ote.
I don't even. Oh, that doesn't mean that means nothing to me.
Ote. That's what buckwheat used to do.
We got
stymie. Was it stymie or buckwheat? I think it was buckwheat.
I think it was buckwheat.
Yeah,
we just showed our kids.
Did it. Eddie
just showed our
Murphy
kids
did it
Little
on-
Rascals.
on
And they started
Saturday
doing
Night
that.
Live.
Okay.
Do you remember when Buckwheat got shot on Saturday Night Live?
No.
Dude, that was one of the funniest skits ever.
I got a question for you here. Not to figure out race relations here. I hear the term buckwheat.
I know.
And if somebody if I would never,
It would be very offensive.
okay, that's what I was asking. If I were to
came
call
to drop the
you-
dogs off and you're like, "Hey, what up, Buckwheat?"
that would be horrifying, right?
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure because we're just saying it real casually here, and I'm like, I'm a little uncomfortable.
That was the character.
No, that's fine. That's okay. That's fine. I was making sure I wasn't being overly sensitive here. I was like, that feels like it would be a really bad thing to say to an African American person. Like, I don't think I would do that.
By the way, buckwheat is naturally gluten free.
So if
Okay. He doesn't think Eddie Murphy's funny, Shane.
I don't.
Robbie,
well,
just
you
say
should.
it.
Oh my God.
So if Rico were to name his next kid like Buckwheat, you'd have a problem with that.
Yeah, that's worse
Okay.
than Coco.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Do you want to see the characters of how bad this was?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I feel like that's pretty rough. It's a pretty tough thing to just be calling my guy here Buckwheat. That's tough. I'm glad
That was on television.
I hope young man got a paycheck. That's all.
I wonder who that actor was.
I don't
have time to Google it because eventually we're going to get back to
I'm hoping he got
Bowling Green.
I'm hoping he got a paycheck. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about Bowling Green here in a minute as we continue
Our opponent preview.
Yeah, our Nebraska opponent previews. We're gonna get through the non-con this week.
Petey.
With
I like Petey.
North Dakota tomorrow. Hold on to that ball, Petey.
Remember the Titans.
There you go. You know what's the funniest thing? So I was
I almost.
we were talking about this. Me, Rico. What were you gonna say?
You
almost didn't get it.
Blew it. Yeah.
Me, Rico, and Oscar were talking about this at Arby's yesterday.
I can't believe the three you just go like grab fast food.
Yeah,
That's
why
so
not?
cute.
I like to show my appreciation.
It's very nice.
I try to be nice.
Arby's a good spot.
Arby's is great. But we were talking, I don't know, for some reason Ryan Gosling came up. I think we were talking about Remember the Titans, and then we started talking about Ryan Gosling. And I had seen this interview with him.
We were talking about aging well, and I said I watched Project Hail Mary.
Love that movie.
Never even heard of it.
Oh, it's pretty new. It came out last year, I think, or earlier this year. It was a good movie.
Project Hail Mary?
Yeah, it's a space movie. I don't know if you like space movies or not.
Oh, that's on my timeline. By the way, my remote control on the phone.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Got you. We were talking about Ryan Gosling and how he has become super famous and whatever, and how he wasn't really supposed to be in that much of Remember the Titans, but he just kept standing next to Denzel Washington, so he'd be in more of the movie.
Is that a true story?
Apparently, yeah. But I had seen this interview with Ryan Gosling where he goes, no matter what I do, how famous I get, how much money my movies make, he goes, no matter where I go, like once a week, he'll have somebody just yell at him on the street, "You're a liability in pass coverage."
Interesting. Coach, I can't cover him. He's just too fast.
Which I think is terrific. I think it's terrific. No matter how famous Ryan Gosling is, Petey is always the guy we want. Petey! Hold on to that ball, Petey.
Hot take. Not an... I'm not even going to say it because it takes too long to explain.
We got time. Go ahead.
It's not... It's like Jeremiah Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Great player.
Petey?
Remember Titans is a little overrated.
It's tough. Yeah, look at that liability.
It's a little overrated.
I can't hang with these guys, Coach. Put Petey in. He's better.
You want him to take your spot?
This Petey?
Oh no. How is he doing this?
Why are you the way you are?
Hey, Radio Rico, could you explain to the podcast listeners what's going on?
Yeah, Austin just photoshopped my signing day, a very important day in my life, when I signed with the University of Nebraska Kearney.
Go low.
And he photoshopped it and AI'd it. So now I'm wearing Bowling Green stuff.
This is incredible.
It's fine. Just take one of the biggest days of my life and just make a joke of it. It's fine.
Honestly, I think this is nice because he's saying, hey, I think Rico was a D1 quality track athlete.
Literally just made you a D1 track athlete.
I think that's really nice of him. I don't understand what the problem is here.
It's not.
I think it's really kind. Also, like, it's not my fault that your handle is literally Radio Rico.
You didn't think about that until after you said it.
Did I or didn't I?
You didn't. You're not that smart. Just stop giving yourself that much credit.
T-Mac, Yost, don't you take my boy out, Yost. He's getting beaten like he stole something, mister.
She was annoying, but then by the end, I ended up liking her.
Kobe says that might be my new profile pic. All right, let's take a quick break here. We've got Todd Walker coming up. He is the voice of Bowling Green football. We will get into Nebraska's next.
I was going to be like, what is going on?
Like, who is that guy? I like all the Bowling Green pennants in the background.
My face doesn't look the same. Like that doesn't look like me. I know it's
who
me,
doesn't
but
look
it doesn't
like
look
Rico.
Like Not that.
Just a menace.
Honestly, you look better here than with the glasses picture. The photographer did you dirty in the glasses picture. That was tough. It makes your eyes look distorted the way he had you looking over the glasses.
Listen, you got a good wife out of it. Free you.
Listen, it's
fine.
Listen, I think they did.
I'm fine.
You seem okay.
I'm fine.
It's fine.
We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. More Hurrdat Sports Live.
If losing weight is harder than you expected, it's not just about willpower. At Next Gen Male Medical Clinic, we build a supervised plan around your body, not someone else's. Schedule a visit at nextgenmmc.com. Let's get you moving forward.
After every win, even all the big ones, I guess, primarily last season, Coach Hoiberg asked the team, "Are you satisfied?" So my question is, are you satisfied with your college career and how it ended up?
With my college career, well, yeah, coming to Nebraska, the goal was to get that NCAA tournament win, and first year we didn't get it done. I know some of those guys are still a little hurt from not being able to get it done, but yeah, like last year we finally got that done, and that was the main goal. Get to that stage for the program. So yeah, overall very happy with my college career and the way we ended that this past season.
Feeling tired? Foggy? Just off? At NextGen Male Medical Clinic, we offer hormone evaluations, peptides, supervised weight management for men and women. Most insurance accepted. Schedule a visit at nextgenmmc.com.
You're listening to Hurrdat Sports Live.
Welcome back, Hurrdat Sports Live. That's DBM Ravi, Lulla here at Hurrdat Sports HQ. We will be joined shortly by Todd Walker, the voice of Bowling Green football, as we get through Nebraska's previews here in the non-conference part of the schedule. As I mentioned, we'll get to North Dakota tomorrow, then we'll move on to the conference schedule and do one per week. That's the idea, at least after that, depending on everybody's availability. But we're in that time. We're almost there.
Yeah, I can't wait. In my not very good Bart Scott voice. Can't wait. Yeah, Todd Walker was a great hitter. I wonder how many.
Todd Walker played for the Red Sox briefly.
I wonder how many.
You want to guess how many home runs Todd Walker had?
Well, as a Rocky or in his career?
Career.
Todd Walker hit.
Different Todd Walker, but
Todd Walker hit 268 home runs.
I was going to say 213. I haven't clicked on it yet.
Okay. Go ahead then, Clicky.
Ooh, we're both way off. 107.
Ooh, punching Judy.
He must have had a little, he had a little mid-career lull where he was only hitting a couple. Those steroids must have popped in later.
Wow.
Allegedly.
How about just the elevation level?
He was only with the Red Sox for 1 year.
Rockies, how long?
Rockies was also just 1 year.
Really?
Yeah, 2000. He was only there for, a year and a half. He got traded there in 2000, was there in 2001. I remember him with Cincinnati and Boston. Those are the ones I remember him with specifically.
Cincinnati was the bulk, right?
He wasn't anywhere very long. Minnesota is actually his longest tenure when he started. He was there for 3.5 years. He was, or 4.5 years. He was in Colorado for 1.5 years, Cincinnati for 2, Boston for 1, Chicago for 2.5, San Diego for 1, Oakland for 1. So he was true journeyman.
What's his career hitting? What's his career average?
289.
Oh, not bad for a guy that was always for rent.
Yeah, I mean, like for a second baseman, he's got almost an 800 career OPS. Like that's pretty good.
That's good for a second baseman.
Yeah, I mean, not when you're comparing it to like the Brett Boones of the era, but even then, second baseman, like Brett Boone was an outlier. Like second baseman weren't hitting like that.
Right.
Like he was a good hitter for a second baseman. Interesting. Well, Todd Walker, different Todd Walker, but
he said interesting.
Saying
how quickly did you find Todd?
Real quick.
Yeah.
I found him yesterday, so was in constant email conversation with him. So I'm just waiting for him to hopefully join us here.
That's okay. He might be busy. He's on our hot take He's on our hot take list of finding college football things that. Did you come up with any?
With what?
Hot takes.
I'm still thinking.
Are you?
I'm still thinking. I mean, Old Miss is one of them.
I actually kind of like that.
I think Old Miss is going to be pretty mid.
That schedule is pretty.
It's a
brutal.
tough schedule, and there's a lot of variables there that we're just not talking about.
Hey, do you still have that FanDuel page open?
Yeah.
What's Northwestern season win total?
Ooh, it's low.
Look at their schedule.
Can you give me their schedule while I get their win total? Do you have it up or no?
I don't have their schedule up.
All right, let me find it.
I just know.
So their 5.5 is their number, which is higher than I thought.
That's high.
Michigan State's, I think, is the low one because I was.
Well, they go to Michigan State, so that might be the swing game.
So Northwestern goes South Dakota State.
Tough game.
Which very easily could be a loss. Colorado, which I would call a coin flip. Indiana's a loss. Penn State's a loss. Right. I mean, Ball State, we'll call that a win.
That's a win.
Michigan State's coin flip. Rutgers coin flip.
Is Rutgers in Piscataway?
Yeah. No, it's at home.
Okay. Rutgers does have one of the best receivers in the country that no one talks about.
Oregon's a loss. Iowa's a loss. Ohio State's a loss. Minnesota's a loss. Illinois is probably a coin flip or a loss. There's only one game on that schedule that's that's a win. It's Ball State.
How many conference wins?
I'm at 0 with 3 coin flips.
The coin flips were
Michigan State, Rutgers, and I'll call Illinois a coin flip because it's at home. And I don't know
I don't think at first blush, I don't think that's mattered.
Probably not.
Thank you, AJ.
It's in state. It's very little travel, and Northwestern has very little of a home field advantage.
Hey, have you not seen the new facility? Wash your mouth out, young man.
They're not in it this year yet, are they? Aren't they on the lake one more year?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they'll be okay. I think playing on a 10,000 person soccer stadium probably isn't going
to Ravi, how much
335,000 seat stadium they got?
How much celebrating will you do, Ravi, if Northwestern beats Colorado?
Are
you off the Deion hate?
He's been bad. I was right.
Did you hear his answer yesterday on who he brought to why he brought his guys to Big 12 Media Days? It took roughly. I may still have it. It took him a little while to answer, and then I think he ultimately landed on because the guys in the locker room think they're the guys. I know my phone volume is up because I'm trying to figure out what is exactly Deion's line. I'm not kidding you.
I kind of just I don't know. I'm just sort of over it. It's the hype is over.
Here, I'll send it. I'm sending it to the guys.
The hype is over. They were bad last year. They've been bad 2 out of his 3 years. I don't, I'm just kind of over it. I don't see a reason to invest any sort of emotional, like Nebraska's not playing them. They're not very good.
You only have so much bandwidth for your negative energy.
Well, positive and negative energy. There's energy is not it's not like a never-ending resource here for me. It's even when I have my Kansas State TCU co-branded Monster Energy drinks, brought to you by the Big 12.
They may break you off 20 cents for that.
Well, I know. I would push it harder if I knew they were handing out bigger brand deals, but
push it.
Apparently, push it real good. Apparently, an entire conference is only getting $1.25 million per team, so they're probably only scratching me off the free monsters that I got at the College World Series. That
probably wouldn't even cover meals.
No, probably not. I mean, it's certainly that's one travel game, maybe one road game, right? Maybe somewhere in that neighborhood.
So it's
like a long road trip.
Yeah.
Between hotels and food and actual travel, we're talking about one road trip basically. You have to put their name on your entire conference, on your field, and on your football and both basketball teams' jerseys, and you paid for one football road trip. Congrats. This is why I asked the question of Mark about the brands within the conference, and he kind of took it more to mean this year. Because Texas Tech isn't a brand that people care about.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
I did. So, and I heard him say the biggest brands, and I was like, I don't know.
He went more this year, in terms of best teams. But I was talking about
no, I know
brands. Because if we did a tier list of brands,
might be Kansas.
I'm talking football only.
That's BYU.
Okay. Where does that land you in national? Like, if A tier is Georgia, Alabama,
Probably,
Ohio State,
I would guess high teens.
like a C tier? BYU's like a C tier football team.
High teens.
In terms of brand, not success, not recent success.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Because Nebraska's probably a B at this point.
He did change his avatar. Cody is a menace.
In terms of brand, not recent success, right?
Yeah.
I'd put Nebraska in a B tier. Still really good brand. Success has not been there. And the brand has diminished because of the success.
Let me ask you something. If you're going back to Colorado for a second.
Yeah.
If you're building a culture and there has to be a belief factor, should a coach readily be able to tell you why he chose the guys that he did to bring to media days?
I would think so.
I'm not trying to frame the question a certain way. I'm just curious.
It sounded like he didn't really have a reason.
But you haven't heard it yet, right?
No, just based on how you described it.
AJ, Jimmy Neutron, do you have the clip?
Darn it, I can't say. I can't really tell you. I'm trying to sugarcoat it for you. No, I can't. I can't because you're going to run with it if I do. Right. Let's just say most of the guys that are here are the guys that their teammates would say, they're that guy. They're that guy. See, just because Ben isn't penciled in as your starter, as your guy, as your killer, as your dog, he's a leader. If it's time to fight, he's swinging first. If it's time to choke somebody and get them right and get them in line, he's going to the house and knocking on the front door first. So you can't always equate the talent level to leadership. And a guy that has CU tattooed on his chest when he takes off his shirt, he is that guy. We have a tight end here that's tough as I don't know what.
Is that believable for you?
No. The start makes it not believable. Also,
you could see the awkward pause, right?
Also, can I just, and I know I have a pre-existing
opinion
framework of what I think Dion is.
Yeah.
And I think he's full of it. He does. He's full of it. Like, he's a lot of bluster and like often not a lot of substance.
What are you, 70?
I'm trying not to swear.
Bluster?
I'm trying not to swear. Bolster. What is bolster?
Did you say bluster?
I did.
He has a lot of bluster?
Yeah, not a lot of substance to go behind.
No, I'm well aware.
I'm just, trying to, expand the vocab,
And 70 might be low.
But he's a guy that will just say things that either aren't true or they're just sort of empty words and stuff like that. So when he says, and this is a stupid thing, but it's the first thing I noticed. When look at
that is he's quick now. He's just like a new toy.
What does bolstered mean?
He's got a new lease on life. I don't know. The break must have been good for him.
I don't know. I think he's feeling invigorated.
My man.
When he says, obviously the pause at the beginning was super awkward and seemed like he had he just kind of drew out of a hat almost. And then when he goes, well, I can't keep it real with you, it just feels like he's lying because he doesn't have a good answer. And so he's trying to buy himself time. It's I can't keep it real with you guys because you'll run with it. He just blamed the media for something that hadn't happened.
No, that's kind of a reach.
No, he did. He's I don't have a good answer, so I'm going to do a little media blaming while I try and think of a good reason.
You think
that's what he did? If the answer that he gave was the real answer, why couldn't he say that? Why couldn't he say that he's the guy that keeps people in line?
Yeah.
That Ben's the guy that keeps people in check and that it's about leadership over talent. That's not a controversial answer.
See, I think so. As much as the conference suffers from real national title star power, I think they have a it issue.
What do you mean?
There isn't the go-to This guy is. We all rock with this guy representing the conference.
Oh,
there
like
isn't
Kirby
like
Smart.
an image. You know what I mean?
Like Kirby Smart. Most of the SEC is cool when Kirby Smart says something.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
they're not cool with when Lane Kiffin says something because
Dave,
almost
Manning.
Yeah.
Signetti.
Yeah.
Like they need that guy.
Honestly, for the Big Ten, a lot of times it's sort of the conference itself.
Yeah, because
like they'll fall in line
because they fall. Yeah, they fall under that.
They're like
that Big Ten brand. Like they ride with the conference.
It's an NFL mentality.
We used to make fun of it until they started winning. So let's not get ourselves.
until they started making more money than the SEC, and
Yeah.
they're like, "Hey, ride for the brand."
We're like, "Hey,
we
used to be like, stop playing the one extra game for the money, so we can talk about Rutgers and
now that everybody needs the money, they're like, "Yeah, SEC play an extra game, you wusses." It's a very NFL mindset of ride for the brand, protect the shield, right? The Big Ten does that better than any other college conference. The SEC, it seems like they're cool with Kirby Smart sort of representing them. It used to be Saban, obviously, right? Like Saban would say something and nobody would ever really disagree with him. And most of the time he was right, even if he was probably more aggressive than he needed to be sometimes. Smart's pretty measured and he doesn't really talk out of pocket very often. So even when you disagree with him, it's never like inflammatory.
Yeah.
Whereas Lane Kiffin just says crazy stuff. And he might be right. Like he might very well be right about what Oxford is. Like a lot of Confederate flags flying around Oxford still. I can imagine black kids from the North are like, hey, pass. No, thank you. Right? Especially when they're not used to seeing that everywhere. And so I understand some of the things that he said, but in the Big Ten, no one would ever say that. Kirby Smart would never say that, even if it's true.
No, that's right.
Right? So I don't think people like Lane Kiffin representing him, and he's probably one of the more famous guys. I mean, he is one of the more famous guys in the conference. The Big 12 doesn't even have that. Deion's probably the closest to a Lane Kiffin type where it's like, hey, he's famous, but we don't really want him representing us. But they don't have anything else.
Yeah, like who would that be?
You don't have like a dean of coaches in the conference where it's like, hey, we're cool with, like it kind of felt like an ACC basketball, like Roy Williams and Mike and Krzyzewski.
Because I think
for a long time.
The crazy thing is, even if it was like Willie Fritz, well accomplished, great coach.
Yeah, nobody cares what Willie Fritz thinks.
We probably couldn't even tell you what he looked like.
If he was in a room of similarly aged people, we would have a hard time picking him out of the lineup. Myself included. I'm not blaming I
think that's as much we always kind of talk and snicker and that's as much of anything.
And when we're kind of making fun, I mean, I don't know if Yormark's trying to make it him. Like if he's, which he probably needs to.
I like Yormark.
I don't have a problem with him. And I'm not saying that derisively. Like he probably needs to make it him because it's certainly not anyone else. And with the state of where your programs are, the fact of the matter is you're sort of looking at a lot of stepping stone jobs in your conference now. So it's probably not going to be a coach long term. Like, I get what people maybe or maybe don't think of Texas Tech. Whatever's happening at Texas Tech is not sustainable one way or the other.
How many people actually talk about Texas Tech in terms of coaching, like Joey McGuire?
Not very many. Almost no one. It's all about the money and Cody Campbell. All of it. The first time the coaching came up a couple years ago.
Because even your best team right now, I don't think people would rock with your head coach.
For McGuire?
Yeah, the last time we heard Joey McGuire talk, we were like, I can't believe he just said that.
I don't think anybody outside of the Sorsby thing knows anything about Joey McGuire. Like, how many people outside of Texas Tech and outside of the Sorsby situation have heard Joey McGuire say anything of any substance? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you go to, all right, Dillingham is a football guy. He doesn't really talk, right? Sataki's the same way. You don't hear much from Aranda. Deion you hear a lot from, but that's not always a good thing for the conference as a perception. It's just sort of.
Although I do think Aranda's very strange in his delivery as an orator, but he's fascinating to listen to.
I don't mind Aranda. I like him more than most people, I think.
I like Aranda.
You're looking at, like, we don't know anything about Jimmy Rodgers. We couldn't pick Fritz out of a lineup. Deion's about Deion, not about the conference.
Frost doesn't like the media enough. Wouldn't embrace it.
And hasn't won enough at UCF the second time around for it to matter. Like, let's be real. The only time he made any media headlines is last year when he was talking about Nebraska, right? So
You've got Rich Rod back at West Virginia.
Yeah.
He's an interesting personality, but not like a respected voice, really, in terms of leadership within a conference. You know what I mean? Like, I think they're just like, hey, football head, right? Like, that's a guy that it wouldn't shock me if someday he pulls a Dana Holgorsen and just goes and decides to be an OC, right? Like, Rich Rod doesn't give me, hey, I'm interested in leading the way for the Big 12, right? Like, that doesn't strike me that way. Utah situation just changed, so like I don't know that we can look there for leadership. Like, so there's just no options. But if I'm looking at these jobs, right? Like we just saw with Jed Fish, Arizona's a stepping stone job, apparently, right? I imagine we all think Dillingham is leaving at some point for a better job, although he could have last year and didn't.
Why can't it be?
It's because of the money. There's not enough money here. I don't think he wants to. Dillingham's just a football. Like, you think Dillingham wants to lead in terms of a conference?
Yeah.
He's a football head. Like, he was a offensive prodigy. That's how he got this job at 29 or whatever it was. Like, he's a football guy. Maybe he turns into that in like 10 years. But right now, like, I look at Dillingham as like, that's just a football guy. He has no interest in this.
That's fair.
And then the rest of these guys, like, the only one I look at and I go, that guy's never leaving that job as long as he continues to win, is like Sataki at BYU because of the religious part.
Yeah, and he just got the new deal.
Yeah, like that's a guy because there was some interest there, but because that was Michigan, right? Had some interest in Sataki. Yeah. Like there's none of these
Which
jobs.
I know you were terrified by, and then they turned around and got Whitty.
Yeah, I know they got the better version. I was so pissed. But I don't look at it like none of these jobs are any of these destination jobs. And I'll take BYU out of it again because of the religious aspect. They tend to hire within their faith,
not,
right?
Probably not.
So it's hard to have a spokesperson from the conference be a head coach when you're waiting for those guys to leave.
What about just the consistency of the message, though? Don't the Big Ten coaches sound like the Big Ten commissioner?
I think it's different when you're like what Mark said, when you're chasing.
And not necessarily like just a lot of the common language.
Yeah.
Because a lot of those guys that are tenured in the Big Ten have been around
for a
longer
long time
than Petiti.
I think a lot of it has to do with the level of success the conference has brought them financially. When you see something,
it's easier to fall in.
It's easier to toe the company line when it's working, right? Like if you're at a job and you're making lots of money and you got great benefits.
So that's the biggest problem for, like, let's say the ACC, who has some big brands.
Yeah.
But still has the inferiority complex.
Yeah.
So it's disjointed. It's just
Florida State is still like Florida State's been trying to get out of there for 3 years.
Yeah.
And they're fighting the grant of rights deal and they're fighting everything tooth and nail because they look at their brethren in the similar positions and with similar brands.
It turns into a scramble.
And so that's what I was going to say. When you're chasing, or scrambling is an even better word, really hard to get people on the same page because they're in survival mode. When you're in survival mode, you're scratching and clawing. You don't really care if anybody else survives.
Yeah.
You care if you survive, right? If Florida State is able to get out of the ACC and it screws Clemson, do you think they care?
No.
Not at all. If it screws Miami, you think they care? Not at all. They want to survive. They want to be the one because they know deep down, these teams know, whether it's ACC or Big 12, they know that not all of them will survive in the new version of college football. For a fact, they know that. So if they're one of the one or two from that conference that survives, to hell with everybody else. That's what I think the problem is with the common language, because there is no common language that everybody knows. Not everybody's winning here.
It's just the whole media days like flew under the radar.
Yeah, nobody cares.
It's wild.
No, I mean, unless something inflammatory happens, no one cares. Same thing with the ACC. Unless Dabo says something crazy, like I'm going to quit when players start getting paid. Which, by the way, he's still working?
Yeah, he's still employed.
Oh, that's weird. It's weird that he didn't live up to what he said there. It's strange. Like unless Dabo says something weird,
Dabo may be the off-brand Dion. I haven't heard you say
white Dion.
One, like,
I've told you he's a good football coach.
Yeah.
But I
Don't like him at all.
No, I hear you. I'm well aware.
I think he's super self-righteous and holier than thou, and like grandstanding. There's a lot of like preachiness coming from Dabo, and it's like, listen, that's fine when it works, but you guys have been bad for a little bit now compared to the talent that you've brought in, and now the talent's starting to slip too. Like, hard to be preachy when you're not on top of the world.
It's a fascinating year or two for Clemson.
It really is.
This
could get dicey.
Oh yeah,
and then he will get gone. I said last year, this was one of my hot takes last year, and it didn't come to fruition. I thought Dabo was going to be done at Clemson one way or the other next year. I thought he was going to take either another job because he would kind of had those press conferences where he was like, well, I've won a lot here, so what are you going to do about it? That's the summary. That's not a quote, right? But that's basically what he was saying.
Yeah.
And when you get to that point, you usually aren't at that institution very much longer, right? There comes to be a point where Gundy has probably survived the longest saying things like that.
Doing it multiple times, yeah.
But like generally speaking.
But then we would always say, man, Gundy clearly wants out.
Yes, right?
Yeah.
Dabo was towing that line.
That guy just disappeared.
Well, what's he going to do? I mean, he was so bad at Oklahoma State the last few years. Like, who's going to hire that guy?
He's just like nowhere.
He made a lot of money.
Do you think Kelly's going to pop up on some off-brand Mountain West broadcast?
It's because Kelly wants to coach again. I don't even think Gundy wants to coach anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe an OC somewhere, but Gundy doesn't want to coach anymore. That's part of the reason he was complaining about everything. Every time he got a microphone in front of him, he would complain about something. But like, I thought I think Dabo's days in Clemson are numbered one way or the other, whether he gets fired or whether he leaves on his own accord. I do not think this. Like, I think we've gotten to a point with Dabo and Clemson. This is not sustainable.
Shane, is that the Doobie Brothers? This is it. Is that who that is?
I don't think no.
Who sings "This Is It"?
Like Huey
this
Lewis.
Is It.
Huey Lewis.
Make no mistake where you are. That ain't Huey Lewis.
In the news, yeah.
Well, that's a different version.
Kenny Loggins.
If this is it, ooh, please let me know. That's not the one I'm talking about.
Oh, then I don't know. I'm sorry.
There's a Michael Jackson song called "This Is It." There's a lot of "This Is It." This isn't helpful at all.
None of them are the Doobie Brothers.
I don't think so.
That's fine.
It's fine. Hold on, maybe.
What?
Nope. I don't think so.
Oh,
there might be one called. Let me check lyrics here. There might be one called "What a Fool Believes" that has that line in it. We're gonna check it out.
I'm telling you, did you not hear the first version that I sang?
I did, but I don't know that song. Not well enough to be like, hey, that's who this is. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to help here.
That's fine.
I'm trying to be helpful.
No, you're not.
I'm always trying to be helpful.
Whatever.
You know this about me.
That's why I'm glad we're. Oh, look at you. That's cute. I like that a lot. Kenny Loggins. Thank you, DJ.
I said Kenny Loggins like 3 names ago.
I just hadn't talked to David in a couple of days.
Come
I wanted
on,
to say
man.
hello. Kenny Loggins.
What hasn't Kenny Loggins?
It's
sang?
Kenny Loggins and Michael McDonald, I think, is the most famous version.
Yeah,
Well, then
that's the one. That's
Doobie
the one I
Brothers.
sang. That's the Doobie Brothers. Isn't it, Shane?
Yes, Michael McDonald is the Doobie Brothers.
No, it's not.
Okay, it's different.
Michael McDonald was in the Doobie Brothers, but that's not the Doobie Brothers.
But that's why I said it.
Tom
though.
Johnson
That's why he said
and
it.
Patrick. That's fine. I understand that. But like, it's not the Doobie Brothers. It was a member of the Doobie. It's like saying that the lead singer from Foo Fighters who was in Nirvana is like, oh yeah, now that's Nirvana. It's like, no, it's not. It's a different band. It just has one of the same guys.
Don't question Ravi about doobies.
Or brothers.
Or Nirvana, apparently. Wow.
Doobie and Brothers. That's Ravi's specialty.
That's my wheelhouse. Doobie and Brothers.
God
It's like
dang.
Shane in Portland.
Wow.
And bread.
Hot pineapple.
It all goes together.
Oh yeah.
All right, I can't wait to leave here.
Hey, I have a few Rico memes to drop. if
Nope.
I
Get
have
out.
permission.
Close the show. End it.
What do we got? Can you reach out to Todd and let him know we'll try and do this Friday maybe, or tomorrow. Rico, okay, Rico taking NIL for Rico. Way to go, bud! Congrats.
Wow.
What else do we got?
And you still signed with UNK.
I honestly didn't see any of that money. That would have been really nice to have in college.
Did you see money at this university?
Oh no!
I wish I would have gone to Colorado to run track.
Oh,
That altitude would have made my times much better.
wow!
It's a good look for you, Rico.
That duster.
That was the pre-holiday mustache meet. Everybody had to shave to just a mustache.
The what?
The what?
The pre-holiday mustache meet.
You can't say mustache meat.
Mustache.
How do you say it?
Mustache. Am I saying it weird?
Yes, 100%. You're saying it weird.
He said mustache.
Yeah, he's like, it's the mustache meat.
Mustache.
Let's not do that.
I didn't say it like that. That's
Let's not do
It's
that.
it's the pre-holiday mustache meat.
I didn't say it like that. That's
And how was that so natural?
you see the little twist in his neck he was given?
Hey,
You all right? I mean, come on.
wow, that was
Sound like you got something caught in your throat there.
unbelievable.
What was it again? The what?
The pre-holiday mustache meet.
Okay,
You're toning it down now. The first couple were pretty aggressive.
that's about as bad as
It was a fun time, and now you've ruined it.
Oh,
Did you guys
boy.
go eat hamburgers after?
Nope.
Did you take any
A
pictures?
lot of Little Caesars pizza.
Hot pineapple.
No hot pineapple. Some people might have been partaking, not me.
Oh, okay.
All right.
All right, that's the show for today.
Wow.
That's DB. I'm Ravi. Lulla. We'll be back tomorrow. It's Friday. Tomorrow's Friday.
I can't believe it.
Isn't that great?
It's crazy.
Well, it was a short week.
I know.
We're back, folks, as you can tell, with Rico running for Colorado. Congrats on the D1 scholarship, Rico. Proud of you.
You're my boy, Rico.
I wish I had a D1 scholarship. That would have been sick. Look at you. Is that chest hair real?
Oh, Adabo took an L in that one.
Why is he wearing shoes?
Listen, I'm not mad about that at all. I look great.
And a belt.
Why is he posing like that?
He's
He
chilling.
just woke up.
He
Whoa,
took an L.
What's going on? We'll be back tomorrow. We're Hurrdat Sports Live.
See you. Have a good day. Love you.